water, yeah, I got a drink. I brought my dog, she on with the gang. Rockin' with Rev and rockin' with Blaze. Shout out to Invasion, shout out GA. The mother pops whack, the mother boys lame. Now I just a dual shot. Holla at me when the tools drop. Sony baby got the best box. We don't give a fuck about no Xbox. Clocking seconds like a wristwatch. Bag of chick, no ziplock. Dropping seconds off in the grave, then we dance on them like TikTok. Whoa.
Just keep it solid and you might make it out alive. Just keep it solid and you might make it out alive.
Okay, what's up, chat? What's up, Lazy? Nobody. I know who you are now. Nobody. Shout out to you, Pocket Deuce. Machine, what's up, Mass? Nice seeing you again, Extract. Pickle Rick in the building. That's your guy right there, RGT Pickle Rick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anthony, what's up? Tongue, Lenny, Lee Green, we live. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to 113. We got a special fucking guest, bro. I've been trying to get this guy in the podcast for, I swear, it feels like an eternity. He's been on shows with me with Big Cloud and stuff, but like the fact that his podcast that he's on lines up with my podcast was almost damn near impossible. But I finally like, RGT, please, can you come on Saturday, please, brother? And he's like, yeah, I got you, man. I'll just tell Spawnwave to fuck off. I was like, thank you. What's up, RGT, bro?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me on. It's good to finally link up over on your channel. And yeah, Spawnwave can eat a dick.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Spawnwave, man. Listen, RGT, I got a bunch of shit to ask you about the Switch and everything. I'm just so glad you're here. But chat, if you don't know who RGT85 is, make sure you go check it out. Search YouTube RGT85. Trust me, excellent channel. You'll thank me later. Meds, welcome back. My co-host with the most. How you feeling tonight, bro?
Yes, sir. We feeling great. Everything is A-okay. I don't like what's going on in the NBA. You guys were talking about it in the pre-show. I think the ratings are going to be the worst ever if it's OKC versus Indiana, but I mean, it is what it is. Happy to have it. RGT85 here. I've been following him for a long time, so happy to have him here.
Absolutely. Whack move. How we feeling, baby?
I'm not supposed to be here right now, bro.
You know what, though? Double up, baby. You know what that means. Jack.
Okay. What's good, bro?
We doubling up. How do you? Hey, you listen. I don't want to jump on RGT too much, but how you feel about the Knicks? They're not doing too well, man. How you feel about
they
that?
definitely not. Shit. Hey, next game. Hey, if they don't win the next game, they fuck. That's it. I mean, ain't too much to say.
Yeah. RGT, how long you been a Knicks fan? Your whole life?
Yeah, ever since I was a little kid.
And what made you
New
be
York,
a Knicks
RGT?
fan? Yeah, like.
No, I'm from Connecticut, but
Yeah.
Fairfield County, so you know it was always Knicks, MSG.
That's like the
all
closest thing. I feel you.
Yeah.
You're either going to become a Boston fan or a Knicks fan, right?
Yeah. No Boston here. No Boston.
Come on.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, bro. Fuck Boston all day.
Yes,
in
sir.
every sport.
Bro, RGT, if LeBron James says Boston's racist, I didn't living in Boston. I didn't realize that people think it's such a racist
No,
town.
it's Kyrie. Didn't Kyrie say it?
Yeah, he did too.
Kyrie said it. Bro, Bill Russell, when he was playing there, he was the superstar of all superstars. They spray painted the N-word on his house.
I remember that. I remember. Well, I remember reading that. But to be fair, I lived in Boston for 3 or 4 months when I was very, very young because my dad had gotten a job there. And I don't really remember much, but I do remember one thing vivid as like it happened yesterday. Me and my mom were taking an escalator to take a train or a subway or something, and there was a homeless guy in front of us, and he was kind of like bouncing like on the escalator, and he tripped and he fell, and his jacket got stuck in the bottom of the escalator. So I'm in my mom's arms. I'm like 3 or 4 years old, and my mom is trying to like walk up the escalator. She's like, "Oh my God, this guy fell!" And then I remember we had to go down to the bottom, and there was like people trying to assist him. And like he just looked at me dead in the face when we were walking over, and my mom was like, I'm so sorry. And he was like, "Jesus Christ!" And that's all I remember from living there. But it's burned in my mind. It was the weirdest thing.
I thought you were gonna say he called you a nigga. I was about to say, damn, this shit about to take a turn. Goddamn. Okay,
That's what I felt coming too. All right.
I know. I didn't want to. Let Jack say it, bro. It's not so. Listen, I remember saying, bro, it's not so bad up here. And Jack was looking at me, Blaze, you're fucking white. Like,
yeah.
yeah, you're right, Jack. I
still
said,
want to go to. I still want to go to Boston. No, Boston do look lit though. I try to go to Boston.
they got good restaurants. That's what they got
You know
good
what I'm
seafood.
saying? It looked like a nice little couple of 2-3 day vacation joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'll tell you
tops.
this though, Blaze. I got a lot of black family, and like pretty much all my black family that lives here in the States, because the rest live in the Dominican Republic. They all live in Boston, and I've never heard them complain about this.
See, maybe we're just unaware living here. I don't know. Maybe we're just unaware.
I mean, I believe it. I'm just saying, I haven't heard about it personally.
All right. Well, look, shout out to Boston. I think everybody hates on Boston because we've won so long, but hey, it is what it is. I do want to, Jack. You've been playing Expedition 33. What's the verdict? Is the glazing correct or what?
Well, I played it for like 4 hours. You know what, Blaze? I gotta say, man, I did enjoy the game. I'm enjoying the game. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did. It's a good game, bro. Definitely a good game.
Yes, sir.
You gonna see it through, or is that a stream to do for one time and that's it?
Well, I did play it on my streaming account just to see if I fuck with it, but I got to restart the game again. I started it on PC. That kept crashing. I bought it on PlayStation. Started on the streaming account. Then I'm like, all right, I can fuck with it. Let me go and start it again. So I'm definitely gonna start it again. I got to beat it like 1 or 2 more games before I restart it because I'm playing some other shit. But yeah, it's gonna get a playthrough definitely.
Yeah, maybe I might try it, bro. Maybe I might
Bro,
try. After I
just
beat
give it a shot, bro. You got nothing to
bro.
lose. Give it a shot.
Yeah, pretty much.
RGT, you
Blaze
played
don't
it?
really play. You don't really play turn-based game though, Blaze.
No, I don't. It's not my thing. That's why.
That's why he's against trying it.
I haven't played it because I've heard terrible things about the parrying. And
really?
MVG was playing it, and he complained the entire time about the parrying. And I am not like Doom: The Dark Ages. Like, give me Doom 2016. Like, I want to dodge. I don't like parrying. It almost feels like a rhythm game at times.
You don't have to parry.
Yeah, they got
dodge. You can dodge, and the dodge is more forgiving.
But it's more rewarding to parry.
Oh, in Expedition 33.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about Doom. I was like, what the fuck did I miss? But yeah, I mean, yeah, I heard that like, the parrying like is better for you when you're in combat.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I might try it. I mean, I have Game Pass, so
it's worth a shot. I mean, if you already have Game Pass, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, that's crazy because people are praising the parrying system. That's what's so fucking hilarious about you saying that.
No, it is great. The parrying is great. It's just when you first fight an enemy, you're not gonna get it down perfectly. You're gonna have to maybe die once or just dodge at first and learn the mechanics and learn their patterns, and then try the parrying.
Yeah. Visually,
you have to
the
get
problem.
it more perfect.
The game looks great. Visually, it's. I can't even believe how many people made it. 50 people or some shit like that. Some crazy.
I keep hearing different amounts of people, anywhere between 30, 40, 50.
RGT. Let's start with, because you're a Nintendo guy, right? Well, Nintendo.
I talk about them a lot.
Yeah.
I really play my Xbox the most, which is crazy. But
wow.
Don't say that around here, RGT.
No, you're good around here. You're good.
Just third parties though. Really, I like my Call of Duty. I play it on there because like I gotta walk 5 miles every day, so I just put on Chaos Nuketown, which is like the long Nuketown matches, and like you play a couple of those, the next thing like you're almost done.
So, don't you feel like this is non-Nintendo? Them bringing up things like 4K HDR. Usually the shit Nintendo usually don't give a fuck about. They're making sure they highlight. You know what I mean? And I just feel like the Switch 2, I don't want to say it's lazy. I just feel like it's just like the design's just like I thought Nintendo would never I thought they would make something new. That, you know what I mean? Because from the Wii to the Wii U, I thought they would never use the same name again. I feel like they're cursed to do that. So what's your thoughts on the whole Nintendo thing? Do you think?
Well, you kind of got to look at like leadership of who was running things during the more creative stuff, because that was Iwata. You know, he was GameCube to Wii, Wii to Wii U, like trying all these sort of different things, and then the Switch, of course, was also Iwata as well. But you essentially have this new guy with Furukawa who is definitely more business orientated. And you also have, there was a lot of younger people than you usually see, like during that Switch 2 Direct, talking about like tech specs and stuff like that. Is it the smartest decision to do? I mean, it depends. Like for me, I wanted a better Switch. And so to me, like this is something that I think will be cool. What the mass market will think about it though, it kind of remains to be seen, because not to say that Switch 1 numbers were inflated, but let's just say COVID definitely helped sell a lot of systems and sell a lot of software on it as well. Animal Crossing, I don't think Animal Crossing sells as much as it does without COVID being a thing, because people can't leave their house. It's like, oh, I have this virtual life now and stuff like that. Like it was a perfect timing thing. I don't think the Switch 2 will be as like it's not going to sell 140, 150 million. I think it probably hits 100, 110, 120, depending on the longevity
which is
of it.
fucking great too. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's not nothing's going to, it's not like they're going to sink or anything like that, but they are doing some very different things, $80 games and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how everything honestly plays out with this. And I think a lot of people, much like people said, when Tears of the Kingdom was about to come out, oh, this is going to outsell Breath of the Wild. I was like, no, it's not. And they're like, what do you mean? Look at what Breath of the Wild sold. This is a sequel. And I'm like, you got to remember, people bought Breath of the Wild to try the new Zelda. But, there was people who didn't like it. I don't like this style. I want the more traditional style. And I think it's going to be something similar with the Switch 2. I bought the Switch 1 because I thought it was different, but I didn't really care for the style. I didn't care for the hybrid thing. So they're not going to buy the Switch 2.
Yeah, and plus that attachment rate was crazy. I think that was like a 1-to-1 damn near. That shit was nuts, bro.
When it first came out, Zelda actually outsold the Switch because people were buying their copies ahead of time because they couldn't even find the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, it was just a crazy time. But I mean, the industry as a whole right now is definitely in a bit of a lull. So, I mean, I think it's foolish to expect it to hit the same high metrics, the 140, 150, wherever the Switch 1 ends up landing. I think it's foolish to think that.
So do we blame Nintendo for the $80 games? Is that the new trend? I mean,
people do. I don't know how valid it is because, someone was going to do it. It's not like Microsoft just woke up and was like, oh shit, Nintendo's doing $80 games. Well, now we can jack the price of all our shit up. Like, obviously these things are in the works. Did it help the situation? No. But a game like Mario Kart World is going to sell very well. You can't do that with a smaller IP. That's why Donkey Kong is $70, because Donkey Kong is not as big as Mario Kart. A game like Metroid Prime 4, I don't even know if you want to sell that at $70. I think you just maybe do it $60 on both systems or something like that. Free upgrade with the expansion pack or something, because Metroid doesn't sell. It's never sold well. Metroid Dread didn't break 3 million in 1 year on a system that had a crazy install base. It's a more niche franchise. So I think you have to be very selective where you put these $80 games. And I know one of the topics is an $80 game that is being, rumored. So it's going to be interesting.
So yeah, let's transition to that. So the head of Gearbox is saying, listen, if you fucking like our game, you should have if you really fucking support us, if you really like our games, you should have no problem spending $80. And I tend to agree. Like, if you really like the franchise, let's say, I'm a big FromSoft. If they drop a brand new Dark Souls 4, like, I don't care what the price tag is. I don't, I really don't. I feel like I'm buying that regardless if it's 80 or 70. I feel like if you fuck with the game, you should buy it. Like, money shouldn't be the price. Now, I'm not waving my pom-poms for more expensive games. I'm not. But I'm saying for select titles, I would break the mold and say, fuck it. All right, do it. I just think, what do you think of the Jack? If there was like a new Shantae game and they charge some crazy amount of money, it's a franchise you love. Like, you got a problem with the money, or do you don't want it to become the standard, and that's why you can't support it? Like,
Look, Randy Pitchford, what he said, he technically wasn't lying, bro. Like, when people fuck with people willing to pay for shit if they want to. You know what I mean? If you like it enough, you're gonna pay for it. That ain't I think the problem is people view it as like a tone deaf statement. And you can price people out. Like, everybody ain't got it like that, bro. It is what it is. Like, I like to go to sporting events from time to time, and it used to be cheaper to go to sporting events when my team wasn't winning as much. When they start winning more, the tickets got drastically more expensive. So that's like the owner of the team coming out saying, if you really fuck with the team, you gonna pay that whatever it costs to sit. You know what I mean? Like, no, bro, I'm not. Like, what the fuck? Make the tickets affordable, my guy. You're in control of this shit. Like, you can alter this, right? But Randy Pitchford, he ain't even got nothing. I don't even think he can control the price. Like, that's Take Two. Like, he can't even control the price of how much the game costs and all that. He really didn't have to say shit, to be honest. I don't even know why he even spoke on it to begin with. He could have just said, that's out of my pay range. The games is $80 going forward. I don't know what to tell you. Like, he ain't have to add all the extra sauce on it. Like, oh, if you fuck with us, you'll buy it anyway. So it don't even, like, come on, bro, just fall back. He could have fell back.
so, but you're saying he's not wrong.
No, bro, of course not, bro. People, look, when GTA come out and they charge whatever price, most people even say, bro, people ask, what's the most you'll pay for GTA 6? Like, bro, we don't even know what they finna charge for it. We assume it's going to be 80, right? But, like, what if they come out with a crazy price? What if they say it's $99? I don't think too many people going to bat an eye at it because people already got it set in their mind. I'm buying the game regardless. You remember when they announced The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, right?
Yep.
As soon as they post that shit on Twitter, people's like, where can I buy it? They posting credit card gifts. I got my 70 ready right now. About 30 minutes later, they were like, it's a $10 upgrade, right? If you already owned it. Dude was like, oh shit, word. Like, they was already ready to spend the whole shebang. They was ready to spend another 70 on this game that look exactly like the one they already got. So, bro, yeah, people willing to pay for, shit they like.
I mean, I kind of do. I mean, WWE games, I don't even really love them. But I always get the $100 early access edition because it comes with all the DLC. So I'm paying $100 for that game, and then I have to remind myself, oh yeah, there's DLC. They trickle it out during the year. So I think Randy just said the quiet part out loud. People are. I mean, look at when they have early access to games like college football. When college football was in early access, people ate it up because it's a new college football game. Like. It's just the sticker shock is a little different when it's the standard, but people are starting to be conditioned to not really pay attention to that sticker shock as much.
Meds, what's your thoughts, brother?
I agree with Jack. I think he kind of, like he said the quiet part out loud. It's a matter he can't control it, and ultimately he's right. I think that this might be controversial, and you guys might think this is silly, but I don't really think there's many bad games out there. Obviously, there are bad games, but to me, it's like, what do you feel about paying X price for X game? And that's really like where you get the value from. Like, I'll play like a 7 out of 10 game if it's on Game Pass, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to pay $70, $80 for it, So I think people will be willing to pay upwards of $80, $90, even $100 for a game like GTA. If that's their thing, which we all know it's a lot of people's thing. It's part of the NCC. But me personally, I think that Borderlands has fallen off. I think Borderlands 3 was a big step down from Borderlands 2. And
agree.
There are some real fans, as he would put it, of Borderlands who will step up and buy day one and pay the $80 for it. But I think that number might be less people than he thinks. So I don't think that it's... I think this game will be selling less than Borderlands 3, which sold 22 million copies, which is a crazy amount. I don't think this game is going to sell that many. And at the end of the day, what something is worth is just... Price is not what something is worth. Yeah. Value or worth is just how much people are willing to pay for it. And are people willing to pay $80 for Borderlands 4? I know some people will be willing to pay, but like I said, I don't see this doing 22 million.
And you got to remember, the thing about Borderlands is it's a 2K game, and 2K games notoriously get nice discounts around the holiday season, and
True.
a year later, at least in the past years, a year or so later, you get one, 15, 20, $30, but you're starting to see a lot of developers or publishers, I should say, not really lowering their prices like all that much. And what it kind of does is, I feel like somebody in the chat said it earlier, it's starting to alienate people. Like, if you want to try something, if you're kind of curious about it, I don't think most people are $70 curious about a game, never mind 80, when you look at all the $70 games that flat on their face, Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad, Forspoken. When people picked up those games at discounted price, they're like, oh, it's not too bad or something like that. But you've already, the goodwill has already been demolished. And it's an interesting balance, because it really comes down to something where it's like, would you rather sell one thing at $80 or two things at $60? And everyone would say, "Oh, I'd rather sell two things at $60 because I'm going to make more money." But then you have the real problem with all this pricing thing, and that's really investors. Gaming has gone commercial, it's gone big time, and when you have all these investors that don't know what the fuck you're talking about when it comes to technical specifications, they want to see sales, and they want to know how much money they're making on their investment, and if this is a wise investment for them. So that adds a huge wrinkle into things that I don't think people really account for a lot of times with this sort of conversation.
And I'm at fault for this shit too, bro. I do this shit all the time. If I can play a game that I'm interested in early, I put up the money, man. I'm definitely part of the problem, but again, I feel like there's not many games that come around that I'm really interested. Like, you look for there's a bunch of games coming out this year, but like games that I'm really into, like Doom, I paid to play that early. Like, there's certain games I will.
Did you feel it was worth it?
I think it's the second best Doom. I mean,
you looking forward to mine's out too, Blaze. But it's not a lot of shit you not willing to buy too. You got to think about it like that. Like, you be buying some bullshit.
Listen,
I mean,
go ahead, man.
Go ahead,
No,
I was gonna say mine's I look cool, but go ahead.
It does. No, Jack, I don't buy everything. Listen,
I'm hearing bad things about it.
It did look cool. I'm with you. I was fucking hyped for that game. And then the stuff from the playtest came out.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Like, yeah, that shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
but it did look cool, but you know how it is. Obviously, what you show off is going to be your best that you can show. So
they saying that's one of the buggiest games they've seen in preview.
I've heard.
Really?
I've heard.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
bro.
What people are saying about it behind the scenes is not good.
Yeah, I've seen some video clips and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god.
No fucking way. I was like, damn, this is gonna be that little gem that comes out of nowhere and carries us through the summer. That's what I was thinking.
Like it, though. You might still like it. The bugs might not bother you.
Did Days Gone bugs bother you?
Well, the one when I jumped off the ramp and it froze like a fucking Sears photo. Yeah, that shit bothered me. I thought my whole system had crashed. That shit was crazy. I still enjoyed the game though.
That's unfortunate. I didn't know they had a little secret, trailer out there that I guess I missed. What the fuck? That shit bothers me.
They saying it's gonna all the shit that people were seeing is gonna be patched by the time the game come out.
But yeah,
I'm hoping.
It was like a invite only like gameplay demonstration, and things did not go very well.
Well, people keep hanging up that it's an ex Rockstar dev, and even I got caught saying that, but it's like, just because it's an ex Rockstar dev.
No, it was the biggest Rockstar dev. He
was it?
the lead.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the guy at the company.
So what the fuck, bro? That's so disappointing. I don't even want to hear this shit, bro. This shit fuck, man. God damn.
You good, brother?
Oh, I'm definitely Jack. But see,
I'm gonna watch you play. I'm gonna watch you streaming in Discord or some shit. I'm gonna watch the game.
Jack, what do I buy that's bullshit though? Like,
bro, you
buy a lot of bullshit, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You just buy everything. Like, it's no game you see. You don't be like, you know what I mean? You might not play it, but you'll buy it for sure. Like, did you buy what was it? Frag, Punks, some shit. Didn't you buy like $1,000 worth of microtransactions, brother?
700.
God damn! What game?
Frag Punk,
bro.
Ain't that a dead game too? Like, come on, Blaze.
No, it's not that. It's not that.
Come on.
Jack Move. There was a small game that we played one time, and it's a free to play game. And we logged on, and he's like, "Yo, guys, We better make sure we play this for a long time because I already bought like $50 in microtransactions. Bro, the first thing that Blaze does in any game is go to the microtransaction store.
He can't help himself.
Bro, I love cosmetics, bro. Thank you, Lazy. See what you did? Anyway, Fragpunk's a free-to-play shooter. And, listen, I don't mind giving money to free-to-play games, RG. I feel like it's free-to-play, but where are they going to make their money? I'm just saying, I don't mind giving them 700 is excessive, but they got this
700 is crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Wait, did you actually spend 700?
I didn't know it was 700, so they got this stupid. No, Lazy. Bro, they got this stupid scam. It's a scam for real. They got this like cool little knife, and you gotta it's RNG. You throw money at it and it spins, and it's fucked up. But I got addicted to it. I'm like, yo, I'm getting this knife before anybody in the game. That was my mindset. And Lazy's like, Lazy's in my clan. Lazy Titan, shout out to him in the chat. He's like, I'm like, what does this 7701 mean? He's like, that's not your rank. That's how much money you spent. I'm like,
oh my God.
So what does that mean? He's like, yeah, you spent $700. I'm like, what?
What does that mean?
Bro, I had no idea it was even that much because it was like $30 here, $30, $30. You know what I mean? I'm done doing it. I can't help it, bro. I'm fucked up in the head, bro. I don't know. I'm fucked. But I like microtransactions. I feel like I have no problem as long as they don't alter gameplay or make people have better weapons, shit like. Didn't The Last of Us inject that shit? With
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
like
that's
the tactical shotgun and all that.
Yeah, that's fucking game breaking. I'm not talking about supporting shit like that. I'm talking about gun cosmetic, bro. I'm not talking about trying to.
Blaze.
If you look better, you play better, man. That's a fact. You look better, you play better.
I don't have that problem. Listen, Blaze.
Okay.
I just have a question though. Maybe you said it already, but I missed it. Did you actually get the knife?
I did.
Okay.
And you know what I kept?
That's the only reason it stopped at 700, huh, Blaze?
That's a fact, bro. You can ask. I'm out here just showing everybody, and then finally someone gave me my gratification. Holy shit, bro! You got that fucking knife already? And I felt gratified after. I was like, I'm good. I felt good. But shit, nah, I'm part of the problem. Like I said, I'm a sucker for those 3-day early games, bro. Like I feel like there's something special about playing a game early. I don't know. I've always been that way. I feel like I'd rather pay. I wish developers would do that more. I like that.
Don't you think? See, this is what I'm saying, though. All the shit they do, bro, is testing, bro. So when they saw people would buy a $60 game 2 days early, 4 days early for an extra $40, they're like, yeah, we got them. We got them. Like, clearly they'll spend the 70. They said that at the beginning of the generation. Then less than 5 years later, they was like, hey, maybe that 71 need let go 80. You know what I mean? Bro, it's just crazy how my problem with the price increases, bro, it's just crazy how frequent it's happening now, bro. Like, how did we go from $60 to 80 within a generation, bro?
Yeah.
And it ain't like from 60 to 80, it's 60, 70, 80. Like, when is it gonna stop, bro? When is it gonna stop?
When people stop paying it, Jack.
Especially when the consoles cost $400, bro. Think about it. You got a game console for $400 and the games are fucking $80 a piece. That's a little jarring, honestly. It really is.
There is no game console for $400, by the way.
Well, not anymore. Yeah. Everything went up now.
Right now.
Actually, I take it back. But bro, even the Series S is $380 now.
Yeah.
That's pitiful.
It is. No, it is. But look, I think. What about the people that say, "Bro, games are $70. What's another $10?" I feel like people don't value, like, bro. I've said this before. $10 to gamers is like $1. At least in my head, I'm like $10. All right, it's another.
Yeah,
$1.
but when you start multiplying that by 8 every time you buy a game, it get to be egregious, bro.
And you got to include tax with that, bro.
And you got to include just the state of the economy and stuff like that, and people out there.
Yeah.
I hate with a passion when people bring up, and hopefully none of you do this.
The inflation argument.
Yeah, and like, oh, look at this. There was a $70-$80 Sega Genesis game back. It's like, bro, the video game industry was much smaller. It was not as commercialized. You're paying extra for certain games because of the actual data on the cartridge because they had to use a bigger cartridge. Like, there are so many factors to it. And plus, you have to look at the cost of living then versus now. Your dollar went a little bit further. Your rent wasn't as much as it is now versus what that $80 game looks like. Like, there's so many different factors, but it bothers the hell out of me.
It pisses me off as well, RGT, because I'm sorry, Blaze.
No. Because I'm gonna lose my thought real quick, man. Because
Yeah.
I've brought that up, RGT. Why was a random game 90? Batman's $90. This one's $60. What
I'll
was
tell you right now, Blaze, because manufacturing cartridges was way more expensive than just printing a disc. I don't know if you remember the mid 90s, but that's part of the reason why PlayStation absolutely destroyed the N64, because PlayStation was putting out games for $50 on disc, and it cost way less to manufacture. And then the same games were on N64 for $80 because it costs way more to print a cartridge. A cartridge is basically a motherboard inside of a plastic case. It costs way more to make.
That's why video rental even became a thing, because VHS tapes used to cost so much fucking money. A normal person typically probably wouldn't be able to buy it or afford it. So companies will buy them in bulk and then rent them out and recoup the money on the back end by renting them out. That's how all this shit became to be, bro. Like, people just stupid. That's all. That's what y'all got.
But Jack, I meant Nintendo games. There was Nintendo, like,
because it was made on
it, brother.
Yeah, it was made on a cartridge. It was proprietary.
A cartridge is a motherboard in a
no.
case,
What I'm saying was Nintendo. There was Nintendo games for 90, and some were coming out for 60. That's what I'm saying.
Well, because it depends which system you're talking about. If you're talking about the N64, that's easy to explain, because your first party Nintendo games would be $60, like your Mario Kart, or 50 or 60, your Mario Karts, your Super Mario 64s. But then you would have the $70 and $80 third party games, and people couldn't understand why. It was because Nintendo was charging these companies $20 or so a pop just to get the cartridge so that they could put their games on there. So they passed that on to the consumer. Now, during like Super Nintendo eras, it was because of the chips that they would use, because not every single game was like the same size. So like Street Fighter Alpha 2 on the Super Nintendo was more expensive than something like Super Mario World, because they had to use a different chipset. With the Sega Genesis, you had $100 game with virtual racing, and people say, oh, look, it's $100 game on the Genesis. It's because it literally had something that the Sega Genesis was not capable of, the Sega virtual processor chip, the SVP chip, that was put onto the cartridge so that the system could run polygons. And Sega initially was going to keep that SVP chip for more games. They were going to have Daytona USA, or they were trying to bring Daytona USA and Virtua Fighter over to the Genesis with polygons instead of like the weird Virtua Fighter 2 that they got using that SVP chip. But nobody was really buying the fucking $100 virtual racing except this one kid in my elementary school. And I remember going over to his house and playing that and Bill Walsh college football. And he also lived on a lake and I lived in an apartment. So, you know.
I wanted to add something to that, to expand upon that. Back in the day, also, games like on the Super Nintendo, games like Star Fox 64, they had like a 3D effect kind of thing, even though it was 2D, and that required an extra chip inside the cartridge, which is why that game was more expensive than other Nintendo games.
Yep, the FX chip.
Yeah, and then same thing with there was something called Mode 7 that required an extra chip. And yeah, that's just how it works. And also, by the way, that's also part of the reason, because Nintendo is back up to their old fucking antics. That's why, you know how the whole Nintendo Switch 2 thing with the game key cards, right? That instead of getting the game all fully on the cartridge, sometimes you just put the game in the system and it has to download it from the internet. That's because of the same exact reason, because Nintendo gave third-party publishers two options. You can either buy a 64 gig cartridge, or you can get the game key card, which costs much less, and just use that. So a lot of third-party publishers, even though their games aren't even close to 64 gigs, they're choosing to go the game key card route because it's going to result in more profit for them.
That's like Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S is coming out on the Switch too. It's 4 gigs, but it's a digital game card. It's the game card because there's only 64 gigs, whereas on the Nintendo Switch 1, there was tons of different cartridge sizes. It went up to 32 gigs. There was 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32. So developers had more options with that. Now, they've said that it could be because of the size of the chips, or I read something, I don't know if it was true or not. Basically, the availability of the smaller sizes wasn't exactly like a thing. But even so, you also have to look at all these third-party games that are either coming or going to be coming to the Switch 2. and none of these are gonna be like 64 gigs. Like, look at how big games are now when you download them on other platforms. And yes, you can compress stuff, and obviously it's not going to have all the bells and whistles of a PS5 Pro or an Xbox Series X version, but still those games are going to be 64 gigs. So a vast majority of your third-party games on the Switch 2 are going to be those digital key cards.
That's crazy, bro. That's the whole appeal of me buying like Switch games, like a Dark Souls on the cartridge that like you have it for. That was the whole appeal of it, and now I feel like that's kind of fucked off for that, bro. I don't know. I don't like that at all. That's
and
really
that's crazy.
But like The Witcher 3 on a cart, like Cyberpunk RGT is gonna sell like hotcakes.
Yeah. Yep. Well, because the rumor is because it stems from this that Nintendo actually helped subsidize some of the cost for the 32 gig cartridge, because this is I believe this is the only 32 gigabyte cartridge game that released in the United States. There was one other that came out in Japan. It was like a Dragon Quest it was a Dragon Quest dual pack that never got localized. But yeah.
Is that sealed?
It doesn't. I've never played it because I actually bought the game digitally, or I think I got a review code for it. So yeah, it probably is sealed.
I thought you sold half your shit, RGT. Why am I thinking that, or am I thinking of someone else?
No, I did. This is just what I have left.
That's how much he had in the first place.
I sold way more than half my. I probably sold 80%. Like I had so much stuff literally in totes in the little arcade room over there that like I didn't even access, and I just got to a point where I was like, this is too much. I don't want all of this.
So now you just kept what you, because I'm in the same position. I got totes full of shit, bro. Just crazy.
So for like older stuff, like 360. Well, I shouldn't say 360. Like Xbox, PS2, GameCube, and back. I just kept stuff that I had a lot of nostalgia for.
That's how it should be.
And then like 360, I have some stuff. PS3. Even though it's pretty easy to emulate those nowadays. So I have some of that stuff, and then I sold a lot of Switch stuff that I had because I had stuff, companies sent me games, and it's like I don't want this game. So, but I will say, a lot of people say, "Oh, you didn't get enough value for Phoenix Resale got you," and it's like, bro, if you only knew how little money people stores want to spend on collections, like it literally got to a point where I had inventoried pretty much all of my games that I was going to sell, and I hadn't even gotten to the consoles, and I had rare consoles. I had the fucking Panasonic GameCube, I had a Sega CDX and stuff like that, and I was talking with like 6 or 7 different people, and I said, look, this is the value of the games right now. I can go through those totes and the value is going to go up, or you can make me an offer, and if I like your offer, you can have what's in the totes for free. Phoenix Resale was the only person in the ballpark, and I was talking with literal huge, massive stores and stuff. They're like, I'm out. I don't have that much to spend. And I could have sold things individually, but it wasn't really about the money to me. It was just getting like the space back and like not having all this stuff that's just sitting around for no reason.
Well, you got a nice bag, yeah?
Yeah, I got a very nice bag, and I was happy, and he was happy. He was a nice dude, and everyone won in the end.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Most of the time, you just want to get rid of the shit. So if somebody gives you a decent enough price, just fucking take it.
Yeah.
Who's got physical media here, Jack? You still got physical? Anything?
Of course, man. Of course.
Yeah, bro. I think it's important to, bro. You go through that phase where you buy shit just like, oh, this is gonna be rare. Bro, you ever go through that phase where it's gonna be rare? I have to buy it, type shit. Like it's gonna be worth money. Like,
and then it don't ever end up being rare. Yeah, and I had the moments, bro.
Holy fuck! I gotta stop doing that shit. The Concord controller though,
Jesus,
I'm lit, bro. That controller is $400. Let me see.
There you go. Physical game. Boom.
Ooh. Bro, Jack move. Yeah. I saw that you posted about that, so I went to Amazon. I'm like, oh, let me get me a Persona 3 copy for the low, right? $25, can't beat that.
Yeah.
Dude, that price is only for the PS5 version. I don't have a PS5. I was trying to get an Xbox version. That shit was $40 cash. I was like, no way.
Man, bro, what?
Yeah.
Why is that?
That's lame.
I don't know.
Does he
I don't
got
know.
Prime and you don't? Maybe.
No, I have Prime, but the Xbox version just costs $15 more, bro.
That's lame.
They want you to go to Game Pass.
They do that sometimes, though.
Yeah.
Bro, I gotta sell some of my shit too. I'm trying to sell this PlayStation Portal 30th edition, and it's just a hard sell right now, bro. Because
I give you $50 for it. Fuck it.
you want it, I'll send it to you.
Yo, Blaze,
What you say? What you say? You said the Portal. I
30th
don't need
and,
another. I don't need another Portal, man.
bro, it's brand new
You got
in
a
the box.
Portal already?
A Portal? Yeah, I got one.
Oh, so what are you even talking about? Forget that.
No, but he can keep it in the
already.
box. You know what I mean? It's a nice showpiece.
I mean, if you just want to send it to me, Blaze, I'll take it. But I don't need one, brother.
Yo, Blaze, what's the status on that Steam Deck, brother? Put that
Oh
shit
my
in the mail.
god, bro.
Put that shit in the mail, brother.
I'm gonna, bro. I swear, I'm not making. I had a really rough week, bro. I had a fucked up week, bro.
I gotta bring up something with you too, Blaze. Now that Mez just mentioned that.
Okay.
I be around some of these conversations too, but I notice you will promise somebody something and then they just never get it, bro. You be like, oh, you need a 4K TV? I got you. Just DM me. I'm gonna send it out next week.
Blaze,
Ned, you need a Steam Deck? Oh, you need
Listen,
bro.
Jack Move is totally correct about this.
That's
What's going on,
so
Blaze?
not true. Oh my
Bro,
god,
this is your reputation.
Listen, hold
You
on.
be doing that, Blaze. You do.
Hold on. Jack, I've sent you everything I've ever told you I was gonna send you, right or wrong.
Not that capture card. No, you supposed to send me a capture card. What happened to that?
You DM me saying BG got to deal with Ava Media. Don't send it.
Yeah, but
This was like 10 years ago.
No, this is like
this other day. But
Other
the
day,
crazy
yeah.
part is,
Okay.
he said I sent it out. I'm gonna send it out tomorrow. I thought he had already sent it out. I'm like, damn, bro, I might be getting one anyway. Then he's
You
like,
go-
oh no, I
Anyway,
What's
you
up,
got
Blaze?
what you listen, bro. I sent him a
end up getting one. I
PS2.
end up getting one. I end up getting one.
Right. Look, and Meds, listen, it's not about the Steam Deck. It's about putting it in the box, going to the fucking post
I
office.
understand.
Bro,
I
it's
understand.
not. I swear, if you came down here, I would just go outside and hand it to you.
Don't make me fucking do that, because I will.
You
Waiting
gonna
for
have
your
to,
ass.
'cause Blaze don't know how to send shit with.
Yeah, waiting on him? Oh, my
He
God.
don't.
I'm
I
bad
don't
at
know his
that.
address is bad, bro. It's bad.
I'm the same. I hate going to the post office,
Dude,
I want
doing
that Steam
anything.
Deck, bro.
RGT, I would be selling crazy shit on eBay, but I don't even want to fucking deal. I was asking Jack, what do you do if someone buys it? You get the money right away? How's that even work? Because Jack sells everything on eBay. I don't know how you do that shit, bro. Fuck that.
You
Like,
get the money right away.
yeah, but then you got to make sure you send it. Like,
It take like 2 days. 2 days to get it.
By the way, Blaze, you don't have to box it up yourself. You can just take it to the fucking UPS spot and they'll box it up for you.
will they?
Yeah.
Well, that's if you shipping through them, but it depends on what they charging though. Bro, they try to charge me something crazy, bro. Cause somebody ordered some merch that lived in where the fuck he live at? Canada.
I remember this. Yeah, it was
yeah.
Canada.
Bro.
I remember that.
Bro, they was trying to charge me like damn near $200 to send it out. I'm like, bro, what? No way.
Wow.
Then because the post office wasn't sending it to Canada at this point, and then when they ended up starting back to sending shit, bro, I sent it off for like $28. I'm like, bro, I was about to pay $170. Absolutely not. They tripping.
Yeah, Meds, you're not too far away, bro. You might just have to come down, bro. Like, and just I'll give it to you, bro.
I mean, listen.
I'll send Native up.
I'll fucking do it, dude.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Like, bro, listen, like I said, I had a death in my family. I had some shit going on.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I had a bunch of shit going on this week. I don't even want to get into, bro.
My condolences, bro.
I
for sure.
appreciate it. But, yeah, I'm going to get, bro, I don't use it. Trust me. The Steam Deck, I don't use it, bro. I have no use for it. It's a repayment for being my co-host, bro. You can have it.
Yeah. This is my check, Jack Move.
Oh,
Jack, I'm gonna send you the. You know what? I'm not gonna say nothing because then you're gonna hold it.
Yeah, don't say it. Don't say it. Blaze.
Jack gonna write
You
down
guys
the
listen to-
date and time.
Yeah, you can't say it live on
Abu Dhabi and
camera.
Jack, I
Then
got
we got
that shirt you're
evidence.
wearing, bro. Don't forget that.
you got the shirt I'm wearing?
I got the same shirt.
The Jack Move Jiggy
Yep.
Suspect shirt. Where's that?
Yep.
Bro? You got it on right now. Okay.
I don't, but I wore it last podcast. You remember?
Oh, did you appreciate you, bro?
Yeah.
Off topic, but has anyone seen the score of the Wolves and Thunder game?
Yeah, they getting shit on right now.
It is 100-59 with Minnesota in the lead. What?
Wow.
In the fuck
Wait,
is
what?
going on?
Hang on. What the fuck?
Yeah, they getting along, bro. RGT, this shit
What
been
the
messing up
fuck?
all playoffs, bro.
Yes.
These belt to ass games been fucking up my parlays, bro. That's why I'm done gambling for right now. Like, bro, how the fuck you supposed to predict some shit like this, bro? Like,
Adam
come on,
Silver
man.
made the call. He said,
That's-
"Look, pal, we got to make these games interesting."
Them boys couldn't buy a basket 2 games.
Bro, it's
now
60
they up
to
there.
100.
Yeah, now they up fucking 50 points. Like, come on, bro. Let's what?
Honestly, that's what I love about the NBA because you have to play a team a few times to really see who's better. And like that's why the NCAA tournament pisses me off because it's just one game, single elimination. Dude, like Timberwolves up by 40 after getting smacked up the first 2 games? Okay, shit.
I'm gonna need that same energy tomorrow from the New York Knicks. Please,
Bro,
God.
They've been road warriors this postseason. So
they're better they're better on the road. I was about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hoping. I mean, I'm not a Knicks fan, but obviously, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So if the Knicks win, I'll be happy. You know, even when the Mets win, I'm happy. Even though I don't fuck the Mets. You know.
Yeah. Let me. You ready for these super chats? Because they're starting to.
Yeah, put them on the screen.
Yeah, I think you got gifted some subs earlier too, Blaze.
Yeah, he got a lot actually. Yeah, let me read these out.
Let me start with this one.
SP Scarecrow celebrates 4 months of membership. Thank you for your membership, sir.
Appreciate it.
4 months, yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Lazy celebrates 19 months of membership. There you go. Thank you, Lazy.
Damn, Lazy.
W Lazy, a rare Lazy W. There you go.
That's how you got on the podcast. Okay.
Rare Lazy W.
Come on, Jay. I'll do that.
Man, like you wait, baby. I see you. Yes, sir.
Septic Sauce, our boy Gaz, gifted 5 Blaze 4K memberships. Thank you, Gaz, for those.
Gaz, thank you. But you know why I did that? Because he had me on his show today for 4 fucking hours, Jack. Now I know how you feel, Jack.
Oh, I missed it. I gotta check that out.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to watch it. I ain't see you on there.
4 hours.
He think he blazed 4K. I told y'all was like twins and shit, bro. That's okay.
Yeah, he's my Arab brother.
I see y'all definitely practicing the same type of podcast etiquette. I see that.
Same nose too, brother.
I see. Little fitted head action.
That is true, actually. You do got the same nose. Yo, the AI is not doing your nose justice. We're gonna have to adjust some AI settings.
Bro, come on.
You know what he type in? Meds. Little nose on the. You know what I mean? He type which one he is.
Make it look just like me, but with a regular nose.
Yeah, chill on the nose. With
come on, huh? Yeah,
man. Shout out to Lazy too, by the way. Timu Meds. You already know.
Yeah.
Machine XP Blaze. It's not much, but this is for the donation box to earn back that 700. Let's hope your kids don't double that on Fortnite iPad edition. Thank you for the 5, Machine.
Appreciate you, Machine.
Machine XP again. I'm just messing with. God.
Huh?
I said mething. Was that a dream?
You ain't, brother. You trying to tell us something, brother? You trying to tell us something?
Perhaps. I'm just messing with you. It's all love. Thank you for the 2, brother. Beach Hill Lurker, Meds, Jack, Blaze, and welcome RGT. Yes, sir. Of course.
Hey, shout out to Beach Hill. Shout out to Beach Hill.
Damn, bro. Look at him. He looks like he's living his fucking life, bro. Look at him in the bar.
Absolutely.
What the hell? Bro, and by the way, that AI shit, that shit is fucking hilarious, bro. Like, I've seen some of the bro, that AI shit is too good, honestly. It really is.
Dude, I think that the thumbnail for this podcast got me down, like, to a T. And Jack, honestly, everybody except you with the nose. Like, we all look just like ourselves.
Bro, me and Jack were working on it. I'm like, Jack, try this picture. He's like, this shit don't look like me. So...
I don't know how you got that to make the one you did look so much like me, bro. Every one I tried, that shit did not. I was like, what is this, bro?
Bro, RGT's look just like his. He's like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, it definitely looks like RGT, 100%.
But yeah, bro, appreciate all them donations. Shout out to the members. We got 168 people. Please hit the like button. Please, it's all I ask. Hit the like button for me, please.
Yeah, totally. Don't forget.
So, this is a funny story. Gas told me now the monkeys are the back. He told me 2 years ago that Hellblade is running on a PS5. I might have said this and leaked it on accident. Hellblade coming to PS5. I really don't. Not to sound like an asshole. I really don't give a fuck. Does anybody care? Is this, Xbox running this? I know you're a Hellblade fan, Jack. So maybe you care. I mean, maybe you're gonna definitely want to see the story through.
It's funny because when they announced it in 2019, I'm like, that's when they announced they bought Ninja Theory, and I was like, bro, what? I ain't gonna never get to play Hellblade 2 on a fucking PlayStation, bro. So
you got a PC.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I already played Hellblade 2. I beat the game.
Okay, my bad. Sorry, brother.
I streamed the whole game, and I got to be honest, it's okay. Like, I really like the third act of that game, bro. You know what's crazy? I am gonna buy the game again on PlayStation. I'm gonna replay it. I wasn't too much feeling it though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it as much as the first one. I really don't. But I will say I do enjoy the boss fights in that game, and I really like the third act. So I'm a buy it and I'm a replay it.
What you think, RGT? Is that a game for you or not even close?
I really liked Hellblade 1, and I was excited for Hellblade 2. I was like, oh, they've had all this time to work on the game and, make it a bigger and more expansive experience, this, that, and the other. And then I played Hellblade 2, and I was like, oh, okay. So, no, I really didn't like Hellblade 2, especially compared to 1.
That's my whole point, RGT, right? You get Microsoft buys you would think you would expand and it would be similar to sequel, right? But you do a little bit more, but to see that it's basically the same thing, and some people say the first one's better, it's like, damn, well,
they didn't expand on none. I guess they improved the combat slightly, but if you could say that, the world is not really bigger. Like, it ain't no more exploration, it ain't no more collectibles. Like, yeah, bro, they could have did way more with it, bro. Like,
and I think
the graphics was nice. I mean, shit, I give them that.
The time it took them such a long time to make the sequel, so you kind of expect there to be growth and stuff like that, and I was just like, oh, all right, it's more of the same. That's cool.
That was a launch. That was the first game they showed off on the Series console. You believe that?
Mm-hmm. I remember the weird face tech demo where it was like her yelling and stuff.
Right.
You gotta give it up though. The graphics on that game is like top notch.
Oh yeah,
the graphics on point,
bro. That's nobody's complaint when it comes to Hellblade.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, even the first one looked pretty good for his time.
Somebody on Twitter said, "Oh, you fucking ponies complain about Hellblade, but y'all excited for Death Stranding 2." I'm like, dog, I forgot. I think
How was that a comparison?
You can't compare that.
That's not a comparison at all. What the fuck?
Because you're walking around, shit like that, or just beautiful graphics while you walk around type shit. Right. I don't know what his thought process was. That was Post Up that said that. I'm like,
what?
Bro. Yeah, I'm like, bro, what?
Not my guy Post Up. What?
Yeah, that was a terrible take from him, dude. Like, terrible take.
That shit got 1,000 likes.
These people never played Death Stranding.
Well, Death Stranding do got a lot of haters too, though. Like,
they do.
People love to hate on Death Stranding. The gameplay is very intricate and it's very unique. Like, there is no gameplay in Hellblade 2 or Hellblade 1 for that matter. Like, what are these people talking about, bro?
I told y'all the story about when I can't play Hellblade. I smoked weed and played Hellblade, and it was like 3-4 in the morning.
You was paranoid.
Bro, that was the worst, bro. I'm hearing like, what the fuck, dude? Yo, R.I.P. to Sabu, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah, rest in peace.
That's fucking crazy, dog. Oh my god, I couldn't believe that, bro.
Dude, it was shocking to see because he had just done an interview like a week before his death. And he seemed fine. He seemed like his normal interesting self. But yeah, it was right before they did the dark side. They aired the Dark Side of the Ring on his uncle, the Sheik, and he was
no way.
Yeah, he died on Sunday. And Tuesday, they were airing the Dark Side of the Ring episode on his uncle.
Wow.
Bro, y'all saw that the owner of the Colts died as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim Irsay passed away.
When? When
How?
did I see that?
Like 3-4 days ago.
Yeah, I saw that. He was
really?
only
I did not see
60
that.
something.
He wasn't that old.
I ain't know Jim Irsay died, man. What the hell?
Yeah, bro. Passed away in his sleep.
Oh, I did not see that, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. Like,
That's crazy.
that shocked me because, people like to make jokes and stuff. Oh, you're past 60, you old. 65 is not old enough to die, for real. It's not.
Nah, it ain't.
My stepdad is 62, and shit, it's almost been a month, I think. He had a stroke just completely out of nowhere, and he's still in the hospital now, in rehab centers and stuff. And like, he ate good. He's last time I saw him, he's in really good shape, and like, it just completely out of nowhere. They said, "Oh, you have AFib." And his girlfriend was like, he goes to the doctor all the time. How did you never see this? And they're like, we don't really know, to be honest with you. But yeah, his whole left side has been fucked up, and he's miserable because he's like, he's a very high energy he just started a roofing business. And at 60, he's up on roofs and stuff, like looking at stuff because he lives down in Florida. And yeah, just completely out of nowhere. And now he's having to learn how to use his left side of his body and shit again. He's fucking miserable.
Oh my god, bro.
I feel like this mainly happens to men, bro. where out of nowhere everything is fine, and then boom, you're either crippled or you're dead. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy, bro.
That's weird. You said AFib. I had some shit like that, RGT. My heart was like skipping out of place.
Yeah.
And I went and, like I said, the doctor said it might not ever happen again. It might happen all the time.
Yeah.
Like, that's just crazy.
I mean, shit, I had my heart thing 2 years ago, and that was fucking crazy.
I remember that. That must have been scary as fuck, bro.
Bro, that was something. That was
RGT, you still smoke bogeys?
no.
No,
I don't. I vape just nicotine, and that's it.
I feel you. Yeah, I remember when I first saw you coming up, you were constantly smoking bogeys, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll fuck with some edibles from time to time. I remember the night I got home from the hospital, I woke up and I had like the worst panic attack. Like I literally, they discharged me at like 7 p.m. My uncle and my grandma came and picked me up. They brought me home. I'm not far from the hospital or whatever. And I went to sleep. I woke up at like 2 a.m. and like I just had the worst panic attack and I couldn't shake it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm having something wrong with my heart again. And so I remember I called my grandma and I was like, I think I'm dying. I gotta go to the hospital again. And she was like, shut up. I'm sending your aunt and your uncle over there. And my aunt's a nurse. So she's like looking at my medicine, like, oh, you should take this. My uncle's like, come here. I was like, what? He was like, here's an edible brownie. Just take this and it'll be fine. I was like, all right, cool. And I took that brownie and I was like, oh yeah, we're good now. We're good now. I'm feeling good.
Bro, nobody knows how to, bro. If you don't, I used to struggle bad with anxiety, bro, to the point where like my heart, where when you like, you just think about it so much and you just, like you said, you can't shake it, bro. You just continuously, and you talk yourself into an ER room or a fucking ready to go, ready med place. I remember I'd go there. What do they call that? The EK, whatever.
EKGs.
EKGs, bro. I didn't had so many times hooked up. Oh no, you're fine. I'm like, okay. And then you go home, you'd be straight for another month. Bro, I was suffering bad with that shit, bro. Like,
yeah. Well, that's what I thought I had, because I've had anxiety issues since I was like 16 or 17. And like they've had me on medicine and shit like that. And so when I was having these real bad heart racing things, I was like, oh, it's just anxiety. It's just anxiety. But it really wasn't. And because I never went to doctors, I would just go to the mental health doctors and stuff, and they'd give me my medicines, this, that, or the other. The last time I had gone to a doctor before I ended up in the ER was literally like 10 years before. And like my blood pressure was kind of high and cholesterol was kind of high. And she was like, a memory popped up on Facebook from 10 years ago, earlier this month. It said, in the doctor's notes, because I was like friends with the doctor, she was like, you're gonna have a stroke or a heart attack if you don't change your lifestyle. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And I was smoking a pack of cigarettes a day and shit like that. So when I went to, because originally I went to urgent care because my ear hurt and I had been up all night because my heart was beating out of my chest. And I was like, oh, I'm just worked up about something, this, that, and the other. And like they were like, you need to go to the ER right now or else you're not going to make it to see the end of the day. And I was like, oh, okay. Thanks.
Bro, that shit's no joke, dog.
Yeah.
Bro, and I feel like, dog, you never know. Like you said, you're getting your beats. Yeah, bro, you never. I was driving once. I didn't even want to bring this shit up. She gives me a chill. I'm driving. My heart's racing. I'm like, bro, I'm on the highway. It's raining out. I'm like, yo, it's got to be because it's fucking pouring. I can't see shit. I pull over. My heart didn't stop, bro. Like I said, I was at vacation. Shout out to Jack. That's why he's my best friend, bro. Jack, I'm sorry. This is your turn now to get fucking... Yo, RGT, this is my friend, Jack Move. I've known him for 20 years, damn near, right?
That's not true.
He's in Discord. The guy's like, look, your heart won't stop skipping. We're going to have to literally shut you off. Like, you're going to die for a second. We're going to have to shock you. Like,
what was I in Discord doing, Blaze? Okay, frame it right, Blaze.
I'm going to get there. Jack is in the Discord. Cool. He's streaming live. He's live, but he's in Discord. Bro, I'm like, you know what, bro? This dude's saying he's going to have to reset my heart, shut me off. I'm going to, like, basically die, and he's going to... So I see these guys Discord. I'm like, yo, I turn on my camera. Bro, mind you, I got fucking hooks up everywhere. I'm like, yo, Jack, bro, I just want to let you know, dog. Why you laugh, bro? You're a piece of shit. I'm like, bro, I said, Jack, you know, you're my boy. Shout out to everybody, Jack. I love you, bro. And he's like, I think he said, yeah, all right, die slow, bitch.
Oh my God. What the fuck, bro?
I didn't. Look, this is what happened. This is what happened. I didn't see him on. I was streaming, so I'm thinking he coming in there bullshit. He like, Jack, they got me hooked up to these machines. They say I might not make it. I'm like, all right, bro, that's slow, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, I'm thinking the nigga joking, right? And then they like, Jack, bro, what's wrong with you, bro? You didn't see him on hooked up to the. I'm like, bro, what y'all talking about? He was like, bro, he was really in the hospital hooked up to the machines and all that. I'm like, no way. So I try to call Blair. I'm like, bro, I ain't even see it, bro. I'm thinking you in that bitch playing, bro. Like, fuck.
I was so mad at Jack, bro. I ignored him for like a week. He called me for like a week straight, and I did not pick.
Blaze on the phone. He ain't picking. I'm like, damn, this nigga really did die. Like, God damn.
You piece of shit, Whack Moves. God damn.
Shit, man. Come on, Blaze. Why you do that, bro?
Yeah, I was sad.
My mom had just left for a cruise when I was at urgent care, and I was waiting for my uncle to come because they wouldn't let me drive. They were like, you're going to have to leave here in an ambulance to go to the ER. And I was like, I don't have insurance, so we're not getting that ambulance bill. I'll call someone to come get me. And so I called my uncle who lived nearby, and I called my mom's new husband, and I was like, hey, you guys on the boat? He was like, yeah. I was like, well, don't tell my mom. I might die, so y'all have a great cruise. And like the whole time she was just tripping out because like you can't leave, like you're not able to like take a plane off of the like a helicopter or something. So she was freaking out, and I was just laughing at her the whole time. I was like, I'm sure it'll be fine. Don't worry.
Damn, you fucked up her whole day. Come on, man, that's crazy.
I know. She waited till like the last day or something.
Bro, that is the worst fucking news. I would have been like, yo, what the fuck? Damn. But yeah, no, internet friends, man. You gotta love them to death, you know.
Hey, Blaze, man. Hey, man.
No, we tapped in, Jack. But listen, you were streaming. You were streaming, bro. I'll give you that.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Nah, dude, you gotta. How horrible do I feel? Then he's like, doctor's like, you all set? You ready to go? I'm like, yeah. I put my phone down, but I was like, yo, what the fuck? This is some fucked up shit. And you know what happened? They gave me some pill to reset my heart, and like it was like 3 hours. He's like, all right, that's when I called Discord, and he's like, you ready to go? And I was so worked up, I was so nervous that he was gonna have to like shut me off or whatever the fuck he was explaining to me, that my heart fixed itself from just beating so fucking fast. Like I was so nervous that I'm like, yo, my heart's not skipping. He's like, seriously? And he started checking. He's like, oh yeah, you're good to go. They sat me there for another like 30 minutes, and they sent me. I was on vacation, bro, at the beach, dog. Like it was crazy.
That's fucking nuts. Yeah, like my shit ended up like because I have a cardiologist and shit now that I have to go to, and they do EKGs and stuff like that, and like 4 or 5 months after because they were like my heart was basically working at like 15 to 20%, which
Jeez,
like
dude.
yeah, so that's not very good. They want it at least 60 or higher. And when I went in there, they're like, yeah, it seems like you're good now. Like it's healed itself. I think it was just years of stress and you probably smoking a pack a day and not, realizing what the problem was. So yeah, everything ended up working out, but yeah, it could have been worse, could have been worse. It might not have made it. So.
No, that's crazy, bro. I'm just glad everything worked out for everybody, bro. Because, bro, like I swear to God, and we're gonna move on from this subject, bro.
This shit got dark real quick, bro. What the fuck?
My mom was telling me on Mother's Day, we're talking about my aunt. I was like, oh, how is she? Oh, she's fine. She's she's gonna be all right. There's like a surgery, pancreatic cancer. It's a fifth. The doctor said she's gonna be fine. She's like, but see, that's why you gotta day to day you can be okay, and then one day you're in the hospital and you never get out, bro. The next day, my aunt had passed away. I'm like, bro, I remember, bro, I couldn't sleep. I go on my PC. I'm just like this. It's like 3 a.m. I got work. I'm dozing off. My phone's lighting up. I'm like, it's my mom calling. I'm like, yo, what the? Already, I was like turned off. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And I hit ignore because I was half asleep. Then my sister's calling. I'm like, all right, bro. I already knew right there that somebody passed away, and I knew it was her. I just knew right there. I was like, nobody calls you that early, like back to back. I'm like, nah, that shit's weird. But yeah, bro, that's why you gotta really spend time with the people you love, bro. You really do.
That's why I left North Carolina, because it got to a point where I had lived there for like 20 years. All my parents left when I was 19, and they moved to Michigan. And they were like, "Do you want to come with us?" And I was like, "Nah," because I was working and I was in school, so I got an apartment. And then like I had no family around there. Like I had work family, I guess you would call it, like because I worked for independent pharmacy for the last few years I lived there. And they were a very family orientated thing. But like all my friends were like dead in jail or married or shit. And I'm like, why the fuck am I still here? Like, at least I still, like I have a ton of family up here. My grandparents are still alive and like super act. Grandma's 86. She's still fucking whipping a Lexus.
Hey,
like
God bless.
no tomorrow and shit like that. So I was like, I need to get back up north, man. I need to be around these people. And yeah, it was one of the better decisions I've made in life.
Yeah, for sure, bro. That's why I don't leave the East Coast. Like, I've moved around here and there. I lived in Jersey and New York and different areas, but I never leave the East Coast because my whole family's up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, my girl's begging to go to Florida again. She's starting that shit again. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. I said, babe, you're gonna complain to me that it's fucking hot every day. So what's like, bro?
Why should we go to Florida so bad, bro?
Her family
Because the weather. Her mom's down there, and the weather.
All right. Well,
bro,
yeah, family.
My girl is the type of girl. I thought it was bullshit until I researched it. She's like, I get depressed. It's fall. It's winter. I'm like, babe, what the fuck are you talking about? Like it's New England. It's football. It's like, what do you mean you're depressed? Like
it's football. Like that was gonna make her feel
I
better.
know. I don't know why I said football.
That'll convince her.
Give a fuck, nigga. What?
She's like, oh yeah, the Patriots. I'll stay.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know that's a real thing, like seasonal depression. Like, I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
Like, god damn, the weather makes if it's raining to me, I'm like, oh shit, I'll just put on a show, we'll play a game. Like that. I'm a homebody, and she's gotta move around.
It's cold outside.
Me bro. I'm a hoodie and sweatpants guy, bro. My girl has to move around. I always want to chill. Like I'd rather just sit on my balls all day. I don't know.
I just realized you're not wearing a hoodie today, Blaze. This is historic, bro. I can't
Right?
remember. I don't think I've ever seen your forearms before, bro. Can you raise them? Holy shit! Hey, Chad, look! Wow. Okay.
They fat shamed me a week ago, saying I don't wear shirts because I'm fat and stuff like that.
Yo,
serious.
Blaze tried to act like he didn't know that fat people wear hoodies all the time.
Bro, listen.
No, hoodies definitely. They flatter the fat frame. I'll say.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm wearing this shirt because of my team today, and they still fucked it up. But that's why I'm wearing this shirt. But
well, if you need one, I bought a long sleeve shirt to wear because my uncle's having a big party tomorrow for Memorial Day. And I was like, it's gonna be a little chilly. Let me get a long sleeve shirt, and I can wear some shorts. For some reason, they sent me a double XL. So I mean, I could send that to you. It's a nice Carhartt.
That'll fit Blaze. Yeah, that'll fit Blaze.
Nice Carhartt long sleeve white T-shirt. I think it'll be good.
This is crazy, bro.
Dad, but
you fat fuck.
No, listen, listen, bro. We're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get into it. Like I've gained some weight, but guess what? I still don't care.
Hey, Blaze, you called me. What was that? Yesterday? What was I doing yesterday when you called me, Blaze?
Oh, you know what, Jack? You were leaving the gym.
Yeah, man. You see what I'm saying, bro? Hey, Blaze, tap in with that elliptical, bro.
Listen,
I was about to say, hang on, Jack Move, because I know what the fuck you do at the gym, and that's some bullshit. You go to the gym and you get on the elliptical, you get on the fucking treadmill, and then you walk for an hour. That shit don't count, bro.
Yeah,
absolutely it do. Absolutely.
No, it don't. Just go for a walk.
It would be cheaper to go for a walk. I mean, shit, I should, but
bro, you want him to walk around the streets of Memphis?
No. I got a nice park I like to walk around, but you know what's crazy? My sister taught me into getting this fucking gym membership, $40 a month membership, and the bitch don't ever even want to go to the gym. I'm like, I could have kept walking around the park, man. What is we doing? Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Fuck that gym. Take a walk around the block, bro. What's wrong with you, man? Go to the gym and lift some weights, motherfucker. Damn.
He might not make it back.
At one point, man. I don't know, man.
Jack, you feel comfortable walking around your neighborhood?
I don't have a traditional neighborhood. Like, I don't got like a block, bro. Like, my block is like connected like this big ass hospital, like shopping centers and shit. Like, I don't got like, when you live in a house, you just walk around the neighborhood and shit. I got a big ass block, like. But do I feel comfortable? I wouldn't feel too fucked up about it, man. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, shit.
That's the thing about the hood. Like, people don't get that shit. Like, I sent a video to the Discord the other day because I went out to the Bronx for my birthday. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is where I'm at right now. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? Look like Fallout 3. I'm like, yeah, but I'm safe here. I know everybody here. It's all good.
Bro, you not down bad?
It's fine.
You not down bad? You got to be the rob a nigga that's walking? Like, you trying to rob? Like, bro, I'm not in too much better of a situation than you, my brother.
What do you think I got?
You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn. Like, what the fuck?
Damn, bro. Yeah, I definitely, cardio's good though. Don't discourage them. Fuck it, bro.
Hey,
You know what it is?
No, Blaze, you need to get on that cardio, bro. I'm telling you,
No,
bro.
I do. I
Tap
100%
in,
do, bro.
Tap in.
You know what it is though? Like if you're paying for it, you're gonna go to the gym, bro. If you know what I mean, if you say, "Oh, I'll just go for walks," you probably ain't gonna go for walks, bro. That's just really how it goes. You know what I mean, Meds? If you're paying for it, you're more reluctant to go. You're like, damn, I'm giving them $40 a fucking month. Now I'm gonna go to.
You're right about that. It kind of gives you a bit of a more motivation.
My sister don't never want to go to the gym, bro. She
That
been paying for this
sucks.
bitch faithfully. I'm like, yo, let's go to the gym today. I'm tired. I ain't going. Like, she wasn't like that at first, but I don't know what the fuck happened. But yeah,
She stopped going to the gym. That's why she tired.
yeah,
People
pretty
don't
much.
get
That's what
that
I
shit,
told her.
bro.
That's what I told. I'm like, yo, because I start going back like more frequent. I'm like, I don't get like winded as much as I was because I'm back in the gym now. I'm like, you just got to come more often, and you won't feel like this. Like, you'll be good.
Yeah, the more you work out, the more you move your body, the less you'll feel like that.
No, I definitely gotta do this because I ran downstairs and ran back up. I'm like,
Oh, you was winded off that? So, yeah, bro.
no, I wasn't winded, but I just didn't feel like I'm like, yeah, bro. This is like, bro. I've let I gotta stop walking. But everybody around me don't work out. Like everybody's like, you know, what I mean, bro. Like when you got 3 kids and you know what I mean, it's like you work all day.
You
get
ain't
home,
even trying to
it's
look
like,
good though. You already you got your wife situation.
Yeah, you're good.
Like, you like fucking at this. Yeah, who you trying to look good for? Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. Like she might get all fucked up if I start working out. Like, yo, what the fuck are you working out for? You know what I mean?
It's like you said about the microtransactions, bro. You look good, you play better. Same thing in real life. Same thing in real life, bro.
I like that, man. I like that. That was hey, you spin right there.
Bro, when you look in the mirror and you're like, damn, I look good. Bro, that's a good feeling.
I do. I just look from the neck up and from the waist down. That's it.
Oh boy. Oh, you just skipped that
Skip
whole
the middle part.
Blaze dressed like DB Cooper anyway. That nigga, he dressed like a fucking pervert. Like he got all the fucking top hat glasses.
Jack, hold it down, bro. Hold it down, bro.
You dressed like you gonna rob a bank, my nigga. What's going on, Blaze?
No. Listen, I don't trust nobody. Listen, Medj, if you ever come to my street, you'll be like, damn, Blaze, you really do live in the fucking hood. Like, what the fuck? Watch. I don't fly, but
I bet. I don't doubt it.
Watch, you'll see.
Native been to my house. I live in a nice neighborhood.
You do. Native said you got like a waterfall in the backyard and
Native
shit.
from your house, bro?
Yeah, Native came to my house.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. I got a creek in the backyard.
Yeah, he got a creek. He living good out there in Jersey.
Yeah.
In Jersey.
Nah, this is New York, baby.
Oh, whatever. Same shit.
This is northern New York, outside of the hood. This is not New York City, you know?
Yeah. Pickle met me in the hood at the GameStop. Facts, Pickles. That's a fact. He's like, that's so RGT. By the way, I told you through DM, but you're like, Pickles, like, they're talking like, yeah, RGT the YouTuber. I'm like, wait, you don't say RGT this guy? Like, oh, I know, bro. It was so fucking funny, dude.
You been at the GameStop you was telling me about?
Yeah, bro. It was so funny, bro.
Fire.
Yeah, it was a good time. I'll see him to pick up my Switch 2. I'm low key excited for the Switch 2, just to like play it, see what Mario Kart's hitting for, and then just leave it in my son's bed and just say, hey, come here, come pick this shit up, and just he's gonna be gassed, bro.
At least you got one pre-ordered.
Did you find one? What was your situation? I know you couldn't get one or whatever.
So here's the current plan. I have several different options. The GameStop near me is in a mall. They're not doing a midnight release. However, I know I'm good friends with one person who's picking one up, and I met another person through Twitter. Basically, I came up with an idea where I was like, I wonder if anyone went to the mall to pre-order a Switch 2 from the GameStop. So I typed in the name of my mall and Switch 2 in there, and I found a dude on Twitter. And I'm like, okay, maybe I can make him an offer. And then I looked at him. He follows me, and I'm like, oh, bro, we are so in. So I sent him a DM. I'm like,
yes,
yo,
sir.
Trying to make some money. I know that sounds a little bit sus, but hey. And he was like, oh, yeah, I'm a big fan of the show. So he ended up having another one on pre-order from Target that he's going to give me. He anticipates that it's going to come in on the day of release because he's ordered other things from there, and then I could buy that from him. Or I can go to the Target that's right near my house and try to get one early, but I'm not camping out. The whole problem is I wouldn't really care, but I have sponsors lined up for like that entire week that I need to be making content on. So if worse comes to worse, what I'm going to do is my boy that's picking up his at GameStop in the morning, I'm going to be like, yo, let me borrow it and I'll buy you a couple of games for it. Let me just like make like 2 or 3 videos until mine comes in. And then if for some reason it doesn't come in on release day. So I really have nothing figured out, but I kind of have it figured out.
Damn, that friend must be like, you want me to give you my fucking con? I just got to like this a new console. That's crazy.
Nah, he would do it. He would do it.
That's worth it though. That's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, because I'll buy it because I'll need some footage of some of the games and stuff like that. So I'll buy him a couple games or whatever. But I'll figure something out. I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, all the websites and shit all failed me.
Bro, what a joke of a fucking that was that
y'all
situation.
expect this to be like fully sold out at launch then, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of stores are gonna have in stock stuff. So I figure worst case if I go to Target and they're already sold out, but I see someone walking out with one, I'll offer them some money and be like, yo, you trying to double your money or something? Like, I don't give a fuck, because I'll honestly make it back with all the stupid videos. Like,
I feel like you could get one being RGT. I feel like somebody's gonna be like, all right, bro, like, you can buy it off me.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's just the money is good, but I have options, so I think.
Is he charging you MSRP or is he gonna?
Oh no, he's charging me MSRP. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
there you go.
He's a good dude, so I think we'll figure it out.
Bro, that's fat, bro. That's ridiculous. That whole bro. Ever since COVID, this whole process, period, doesn't matter if it's PlayStation, doesn't matter if you're queued up. It is a horrible, stupid ass process, bro.
Well, I thought I would be good with the fucking with the My Nintendo thing where you signed up, and then I never heard anything. They were like, invite required. I'm like, where's my fucking invite? I was like I had to be one of the first people to sign up for the fucking thing. Like, I don't know. I got screwed on every which way.
Dude, I think the best way to get a console is to walk into a store and pre-order it. Like, yeah. I'm so glad GameStop is right down the street from me. Like, that shit is just so much. And you know what? I went there. I'm like, how much I have to put? She's like, oh, you can just put the minimum $50. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, see,
that's awesome.
I tried to do GameStop's website, and then their website was fucking up, and I was like, fuck it. Let me get in the car, and I'll drive down to the mall. I drove down to the mall. The line was out the building for the GameStop, and I'm like, fuck. And my buddy, the one who will probably let me borrow his if I need it that bad, was like, oh, man, I was second in line. You should have hit me up. I would have let you cut in line with me. I went through the fire escape to get in here because I know a bunch of people here. And I was like, fuck, I didn't even think of that. Like, God, he lives like a street over from me. And I was just like, God damn it. Should have done that, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm kind of, the closer it gets, the more I'm kind of excited for it. Like, okay, let's see what it's hitting for. I want to, the Joy-Cons being magnetic. I just want to see. I need to hold it. I just need to hold it. Have you held one yet or no?
Nah, I didn't go to any of the preview events or anything like that. And really, the most excited thing, or the thing I'm most excited for with this system, is the stupid amount of money that I'm going to make by making videos on this. And like, that is just, I feel it in my soul. Like, it's going to be glorious. It's a terrible thing to say, but I mean, it's the truth. It's the truth, man. I can't wait,
bro.
It's a couple weeks away, man. So I'm happy for you guys.
I know.
Do you cover every sponsor, or there's some people like, yeah, I can't fucking cover. Like, no thanks.
No, I definitely have turned down sponsors before and stuff like that.
Has Raid Shadow Legends hit you up?
Yes, and I know for a fact that they gave a friend of mine who's a much smaller channel a lot of money. So I went a little above what they offered him, and they said no, and I was like, okay.
Oh wow.
But like, I
damn, I got offer. I got an email from them, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, really?
Yeah.
They give a lot of money for that. Like, what the fuck?
Was it incentive based? Like, you got to make sure people sign up for it and shit to get paid.
No. It was just a flat fee. Yeah, because I'll be honest with you, I don't like ones where they're like CPM based and stuff like that, where they're like, oh, you have to get this. I just say no to those.
This shit trash.
I actually have a pseudo channel manager through my MCN, which is the same people that put on Too Many Games. I signed up with them like years ago, but now it actually is kind of worth it for me because they basically have someone who knows like what I usually get or what I would like to get for a brand deal, and they do all the negotiating for me. So I just get a text and it's like, do you want to work with this brand, this amount of money, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, I literally have 3 boxes, like big ass boxes of Switch 2 accessories upstairs right now from companies that I'm working with and stuff. And I'm expecting 2 more to come in like any day now.
That's
like,
dope, though. That's awesome. That's dope. Yeah, you got to let me know what's the aftermarket. Like, you see those big controllers you had on the other night? They weren't Hori. I thought they were Hori, but you know what I'm talking about? So yeah. Whatever's the one that I hit them for, I need to know. Unless the Switch 2 Joy-Cons are actually decent this time. I have no idea. We'll see.
I don't know. I can't. I mean, they're kind of the same shape, and like that shape isn't exactly the best for your hand, but you know, who knows?
So let's talk about this. The last topic I get here, Marathon. So there's like a post from Colin. Let me read this real quick. This is according to Colin. He says, Moriarty says Sony has no marketing plans for Marathon next quarter. So what that tells me is they just don't fucking believe in the game, bro. I just feel like they're back. I feel like Bungie's backtracking right now, and the fact that they're like not letting people play this shit. Like I know so many people that have like jumped in the Discord, in the Marathon Discord, asked to play, and they're like picking and choosing who plays this shit. It's like, wouldn't you want as much as, you know, all the exposure you could get? I don't understand what's going on. Like, I still tend to believe in Bungie, but again, I told Gaz this today. If Destiny 1 looks better than Marathon, what does that tell you? Like, I feel like Bungie's gonna have great shooting mechanics, excellent shooting mechanics. But like when Halo 3 and Destiny 1 rival your art style, like the art style looks fucking horrible. The more and more I look at it, it's just
that they stole.
Speaking of art style, did we already discuss like the fact that they stole all that fucking art?
Yeah, we can get into that too. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's not the first time, Jack. Remember I was telling you about the Uncharted, how they stole from Ubisoft? Uncharted 4.
Well, that's not even the first time Bungie. I heard they stole.
Yeah, Bungie's done this 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, like 4 times I heard. Yeah.
Yep.
So what did they steal? The art style of someone else's game?
No, they stole somebody's straight up art. There's an artist. I think the name is Anti-Real on Twitter. And they stole literally her straight up art. Like, it's not even like, oh, you know, copy my homework but change a little thing so the teacher don't. They stole it straight up, like copy paste.
Yeah.
Damn, like they didn't even try to hide it type shit.
No.
And the thing of it is that various Bungie employees have followed this person on Twitter and never interacted with them
for years.
Followed
them for years.
Just stealing they shit.
And then Bungie tried to say, "Oh, it was one rogue employee that no longer works here," and it's like
bullshit.
No, it was not. Like that is factually incorrect, and I think we all realize that.
And
that's fucked up, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah. And this artist hid like a meme in one of their artworks, and in the game, the meme is in the artwork that they copied. Like there's no debate about it. They stole the art 100%.
$3 billion company, by the way.
And Jack, the more I think about it, hey, Bungie, how you doing? Listen, we want to acquire you guys. Yeah, you can acquire us, but I'm putting my game wherever the fuck I want, whether you buy me or not. Oh, real shit. All right, look, we're gonna sign you. Great, we like that. Like, you're right, Jack, about that. Fuck that. You know what I mean? They should have been laid the foundation.
I don't know how they got that sweetheart deal, bro.
Like, what the fuck?
Reputation.
That was crazy. But it's crazy because ever since then, they have done nothing to justify. I guess since it's already signed over in the paperwork, they can't do nothing about it now. But yeah, bro. And then people are like, I can't wait till this next game's fail so Sony can take them over. Like, I just heard that it fucked with my mind. It's like, so Sony can take, nigga, they already own them. What the fuck is going on? Like, go in there and fire them niggas. Like,
Jack,
come on, bro.
Did you hear the report that went out a couple hours ago?
No, what happened?
Sony's delayed all the marketing for the game. All the paid marketing plans are delayed. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's what,
Yeah, I just read that about Colin said they have no plans to.
Oh, they have no. They're not. Yeah.
So
it's gonna get delayed. It has to be.
You know what I'm saying? So it's getting delayed. It's either what they say is either getting delayed or they just gonna launch it with no marketing, which we don't think that's gonna happen. That don't make no sense. So, hey man, they got to get all that artwork out of there too. I doubt they keep that artwork in there. I don't think they would. So they got to revert all that.
They said that they're gonna. Bro, the art director and somebody else, I don't know what their role was, but it was the art director and somebody else. They did like an hour-long live stream, and it was embarrassing. The entire chat was just roasting them. Now, because there's like a rival game coming out called Arc Raiders. Now they're calling the game Art Raiders. Like it's
Oh, that's fire. That's fucking fire. They should change it, bro. You know what? They need to lean into it. Change the name. Art Raiders.
They're cooked.
Fire.
They're cooked. They're cooked. They're gonna have to pay.
DOA, though. This game is DOA, bro.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Their reputation is in tatters. They're gonna have to pay the artists, and on top of that, change the art afterwards. So this is gonna cause a delay that's gonna cost millions of dollars. So
they already had the Concord stitch on them. So now it's like it's all following the same trajectory. And then Fair Games, I'm hearing Fair Games, they did a playtest of Fair Games. First of all, Jade Raymond left the studio.
Yep.
They just rebranded the name of the game. And apparently they did some type of play test or play demo, and they said it's a clunky fucking mess. So it's like, bro, what are y'all doing over there, bro? What the fuck is going on?
They calling them Bungie with an M now. Like it's
you just made that up. There's no way, bro.
No, I seen it. I seen it on the internet, bro.
Bumgie's fire.
They're calling him Bungie, bro. It's bro.
Bungie.
This was the worst financial decision Sony has ever made. Period.
Bro,
easily.
I know PlayStation's like, yo, what the fuck are we doing, bro, with these acquisitions, bro? Like, what are we fucking doing? Listen. I think Marathon has to have great shooting mechanics, but everything else, I'm like, I just don't believe in it. But just I've played enough Destiny and Halo to think that Bungie can make some decent shooting mechanics, some fun gameplay. But when the art's uninspiring and it looks, I do.
I know a lot of like Destiny 2 fans or whatever, and I asked them about the game because I know they Bungie fans, and they like, yeah, that shit look trash. Like, even coming from like, I fuck with they games, but this don't look like it's it. And then even people that played it, like Strat was playing it in the Discord. I think it was Strat or Noob was one of them. They like, yeah, this ain't one of them ones, bro. This shit is
wow.
And Strat is a Bungie mega fan, bro.
If he said
that's what I'm saying.
Well, if he said that, we're in trouble, bro.
100%.
Because
Paul Tassi, who's a Bungie dick rider, shat on them on an article the other day. It's over, bro. It's fucking over. And this is the fucking company that you entrusted to oversee your live service initiative? Jesus Christ, bro.
Oh, man.
Jack, factions died because of this fucking
company. I'm not talking about this shit no more.
Factions died so this could flop.
Hey, man, listen, bro. This is... Honestly, I'm not the type person they market this game. I just want to see how all this play out. I want to see how it's received by the general audience. I want to check the Steam numbers every day. I'm on that type bullshit. I just want to see how this shit play out at this point. That's what I want to see.
I think we got a request for you, RGT.
A piece of shit.
Oh, I'll read it out. Let me read it out.
Hold on, let's get the other two before it real quick.
Yeah. Let's just get them all out the way.
Yeah, because I gotta hear this.
By the way, RG, like I said, I've been a long time fan, so I can't wait to hear you say this. I remember that was part of your intro. Spidey King X, pretty good show. Thank you for the 25. Thank you, big boy donation. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Then we got the Cult Classic Cage. Shout out to RGT. Thank you for the 10. Yes, ma'am. Always supporting.
Thank you, Cass. Appreciate it.
Then we got Beach Hill once again. Firecast. Hit the like button, mother fookers. Yes, sir. Thank you for the 2. Beach Hill again. I'd rather watch Marathon's gameplay on shrooms. I mean, hey.
Appreciate that, Beach.
Thank you for the 2, brother. Spawn Wave.
There we go.
Can RGT do an... Oh my God, it's Stevie Richards! This costs $10, so I need him to say it with his full chest.
First off, you piece of shit, John. That $20 Gingerbread Tiger Woods donation was for me on the 5 minutes that I was on your show today. You're not using it for gas money because you drive a Tesla and you steal the electricity at the hotel because you stay at another hotel because you're a weirdo.
What the...
And dude,
exposed.
This motherfucker. Last year at Too Many Games, I'm like, so you're staying at the same hotel? We're staying at oh no, I gave that room away to Josie, who's on the show. I'm like, well, where are you staying? I'm staying at the casino. Why? I like the casino. I was like, you're not going to drink. You're not going to gamble. Why are you staying at the casino? You are my wheels while I'm here. You're like, oh, it'll be fine. It's fucking just weird.
He wants to tear down a slot machine, maybe.
He doesn't gamble.
Oh shit! I tried to help you, Spawn.
Oh my God! It's Stevie Richards.
Fire.
There you go.
That was a
Fire.
vault. That was a vault. I'm actually supposed to do a video with him soon on the
Yo,
channel.
Stevie's still making YouTube videos, yeah?
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
his channel blew up. He's over
Yeah, it blew
100,000
up, yeah.
subscribers now and shit.
Wow, good for him, bro. You know who else fucking channel that I just started catching videos out of nowhere that's fucking dope is Maven, bro. You've been watching
Oh yeah.
Oh, bro, yeah, Maven's blown up.
Bro, Maven's
Maven-
channel's fire, bro.
He
I'm
looks
serious.
like a corpse though, bro. I can't really watch Maven too often.
What are you talking about? He looks fine.
No, he looks
He looks the same. He looks the same, Jack.
No.
Yeah, I think he looks fine.
He look casket ready, bro. I used to fuck with Maven too.
Wow.
No, look at he kind of got like he got a ghoulish feature about him, bro. He looked like a monsters character, bro. I fuck with Maven, though. I'm just saying, bro.
I like
Y'all
his
don't see him-
content because he keeps it funky about the business, you know. So
Me too.
I
Yeah,
enjoy
he
that.
was you remember when he used to work on the Home Shopping Network? I remember when I first
What?
I was like,
Yeah.
bro, Maven used to work on, bro. I turned on the home. I'm like, bro, I know that's not fucking Maven selling fucking vacuum cleaners right now. Bro. What is going on? Bro? This is crazy.
Yo, by the way, Jack, I think you just coined a new term because you're a trendsetter, Jack. Move. Casket ready is fantastic.
You fuck with that? I think
I
I got
fuck
that
with
from. I probably got that from somewhere though.
Casket
take
ready
credit
is
for it.
fire, dude.
Fire.
Can we talk about the influx of YouTube wrestling channels that are just exploding actually the last year alone? Like I feel like between Taker, between Devon Dudley making his channel now inspired by Maven, bro, like
Devon Dudley guys, I ain't know that.
Yeah.
Devon's
Yeah, I
channel's
gotta
doing
check
really
that
well.
out.
bro,
Yeah,
testify, baby. I've been watching this shit. Bro, them channels, I love the channels that go, like, just tell behind-the-scenes stories. It's the most interesting shit in the fucking world, bro.
yeah.
It really is. It's so interesting.
If you actually look into it, there's like two dudes that are kind of like setting a lot of these guys up. Like Stevie Richards' channel, the dude used to do stuff with Dutch Mantel, he used to do shoot interviews and stuff like that. And then like Maven's channel, I was watching that video he did with Justin Credible because I find because Justin Credible ripped me off for money once. And
What?
Wow.
I noticed this dude I know was behind the scenes. He was in some of the shots, and I DM'd him. I'm like, do you work with him on that? He's like, yeah. He also does Buff Bagwell's channel, and he does like live streams with Buff
Ooh.
Bagwell and stuff. So yeah, there's a whole, because you got to remember a lot of those dudes, they're not really technologically inclined. So if you got someone to help you set something up and you're able to make all this money, and you know they probably get a little piece of it, like they're probably doing very well.
Speaking of Buff Bagwell, this is a Big Cloud story. We're doing a show just like now. Imagine me and you were doing the show, RGT, and this motherfucker Big Cloud hits me with, "Oh shit, Blaze, I gotta go do a Buff Bagwell interview." I'm like, "Wait, what? Yo, fuck Buff Bagwell. Like, what the fuck? We're doing a show, like, bro. He man, that shit pissed me off.
Hey, Buff Bagwell was a big deal in the late '90s, brother.
No,
Early
bro.
I think I would do an interview.
I would ditch your ass too.
Yeah, I don't blame.
You remember when they fought for his mom on that pole? Y'all remember that? Judy Bagwell on the pole.
Judy Bagwell on a pole.
Yeah.
Bro, you guys.
Good old days.
I'm sorry, Jack Move. Yo, you guys know about Steiner math, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Dude, I was watching old Steiner promos. Bro, Steiner was better than I thought. Like, he had some promos where he had like some girl kneeling and like hugging his fucking carriage. You know what I'm saying?
Big Papa Pump Steiner was unhinged.
Bro, he was
whenever he would put his foot up on the rope and start to go, and he would just talk about like Ric Flair looking like a Shar-Pei puppy and shit like that. Like,
dude,
what's your teeth, you yellow tooth buck tooth bastard? Like, unhinged.
I was young back then, bro. I appreciate Big Papa Pump so much right now. Like, looking back at his he's fat. Looking back at his promos, Jesus Christ, bro. The Steiner math, everything. Like, he's so funny. He was great. Like,
bro, he got aura, bro. Just kissing his muscles and shit.
Yeah.
He got aura,
bro. I underestimated him so badly when I was younger, but bro, he's a genius.
I have a very funny Scott Steiner story.
Hit it.
So at that same event that I met Sabu at back in 2006 or 2007, Scott Steiner was there. and me and my buddy went and we signed. We did it was like a $25 meet and greet. And looking back, it was crazy because we met AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Dustin Rhodes, Goldust, Road Dogg, R-Truth.
Oh,
there were so many TNA people there because a lot of if you weren't working for the WWE at the time, you were working for TNA. And Scott Steiner was there. And so we're basically everyone's set up around the ring and we're going around, we're meeting, taking pictures, talking to people. And then we get to Scott Steiner and he's talking with the promoter of the show. And so me and my friend just kind of stood back a little bit and we're waiting. And he's talking with the guy. He looks over at us. He's like, "What the fuck are you two doing?" And I was like, "Oh, we're just waiting. You're having a conversation." He's like, "I already got my money from this fucking mark. Come up here, you sons of bitch." And he was like the nicest guy, signing stuff. I still have a signed Scott Steiner TNA figure somewhere. It was the funniest thing though. He was such a nice guy, and it was just very weird because you expected him to be just this maniac, but
no, he's a nice guy. I heard him on honestly, I forget his name, but there's he's a really big YouTube channel. He's a Canadian guy. He has 3 names.
Chris Van Vliet.
Yes. He was on his channel, and they had an interview, and it was a great interview. And Scott Steiner is a very normal, regular, everyday guy. He's actually a lot less bombastic than you would imagine him to be in real life. But he's a cool dude. I just gotta say it for the one time. Big Papa Pump is your hookup. Holler if you hear me.
Bro, I love it. Bro, his intro is so fire, and it's all it is a fucking siren, but it just the beat coming after is fucking heat, bro.
Remember when he came out with a live tiger just walking down? It's like, what the fuck is this?
What happened to I can't oh my god, DDP's fucking rehabbing him. What's his name? Oh my god, why am I going blank? Fucking Mr. America.
Lex Luger.
What happened, bro? I can't even believe the way
he fucked off, bro.
He's old.
Damn.
He's old.
He had a spinal stroke.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck that is, but yeah. So yeah, he's been a frail little guy for quite a while now, but he's still in good spirits and stuff like that.
Have you ever spoke to DDP? He's got to be God sent, bro. He's helped so many fucking people.
Yeah, absolutely. His yoga's legit. His yoga's legit.
I heard that DDP yoga is no joke, bro. You actually work out from that shit, bro.
Also, I got a little beef with Buff Bagwell because right when I was almost done with my book, I was trying to get wrestlers in the book, and he made a video talking about how much he got paid to be in WCW NWO Revenge, and I was like, you motherfucker, I wanted that for my book. Luckily, X-Pac came through and did a little blurb about how much he got paid for a game in my book, but I was like, damn it, I wanted that in there. Yeah.
Oh, wow. X-Pac, I remember X-Pac mostly for the X-Pac heat, but I've always loved X-Pac. I know a lot of people hate X-Pac, but
dude, he's so underrated.
Bro, he's awesome. He's a great worker.
Bro, I remember when he was the 1, 2, 3 kid, and I loved him. Yeah,
it was funny. He was because I got a couple guys that I know that I've been friends with for a little while to be in the book, but I wanted someone that I really didn't know, and I was like, how can I get a hold of him? And randomly he tweeted out that he was raising money for a dog place, shelter, and he was like, if you give $100, I'll send you a there it is. He was like,
oh, is that RGT's book?
Yeah.
There you go. Check that out, people. Check out RGT's book.
He was like, if you give $100, I'll send you an autograph 8x10 or an autograph figure or something like that. And I was like, okay. I was like, what if you skip? I just replied to his tweet. I was like, what if you skip that and just let me ask you a question for this book I'm writing about N64 wrestling games? He was like, yeah, sure. So I gave $100 to the adoption place, and then I got his quote in the book, and I was like, perfect. That works for me. I don't mind, spending some money to hopefully make some money. So it worked out good.
RGT, I used my government name, so you probably didn't know that was going to me because you wrote rest in peace. But what's ironic about that is that's Undertaker's my favorite wrestler. So I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking shit.
Oh, I didn't send those. I sent those.
Oh, okay. I'm like, who the fuck wrote rest in peace? How do you know Undertaker's my favorite wrestler? Like, what the fuck?
I ordered a bunch of them, and my buddy at Castlemania Games handled shipping them all out and stuff. So I was just sitting there at my kitchen table, just writing, and I would write different things on people's books. Like some of them were just this is the 56th book that I've signed for this and shit like that. So,
Bro, it's a dope book. All color. It's fucking fire, honestly.
Well, RGT, I have not supported your book yet, but I have to. I must.
yeah, man. It's
I
not-
didn't
It's
know it
fire,
was
bro.
I didn't know it was about N64 wrestling games, which,
Yeah.
by the way, if you don't know, people in the chat, are the very best wrestling fucking games.
Yes.
That's a fact.
So, yeah, knowing that now, absolutely, I have to support it.
Yeah, I hired a designer to do the book who was a friend of a friend, and she knocked it out. Like I wasn't expecting it to look anything like that, and she started sending me pictures, and I was like, holy fuck.
You changed the N64 to green though, because it wasn't green before.
Right, it was red. Well, the cover art, Evan from the Spawncast did it, and I was just like, I think I'm gonna change the N64 to green. I think it'll pop a little bit more.
No, it
And
definitely does. Yeah, that shit's fire, bro.
yeah, it's a quiz. It was just something that I get weird like that, and that's kind of how the 32X book came about. I was just like, I don't know, I want to write a book, and as long as I make the money that I put into it, like that's cool. And
What happened to AEW? Wasn't that supposed to play just like No Mercy?
That was
there was so much stuff behind the scenes with that. I was supposed to actually like help in a sort of way with that game as far as like marketing and advice and stuff was concerned, but then I lost communication. It's funny, my I don't know how much I can say. Fuck it, who cares?
say it.
My mom's new husband I really don't know what he does, but he makes a lot of fucking money. He was actually
Jackpot.
in talks with them of doing their merch when they first got started, because they go through pro wrestling tees. And so my mom and him like had dinner with Cody Rhodes and his wife Brandy, with Dean Malenko. They would go
Fire.
to shows
Nice.
and all this stuff.
Nice.
And they were supposed to be, his company was going to be the ones handling the merchandise instead of pro wrestling tees, because it was going to be better for them and cheaper and stuff. And all of a sudden, just out of the blue, they were like, no, we're just going to keep it in house. And like, it was Matt Jackson's wife that was kind of overseeing everything. And they were just like, no, we're just going to keep it in house, and she's just going to still do it. And they were like, okay. I feel like they make a lot of strange decisions, and I think that kind of showed in the game as well, because I mean, the core of the game was solid, but it was just like, okay, you need to expand upon this. You need to fix the whole pinfall system where if you hit a finisher, it's an automatic 3 count. Like, it shouldn't be that way. It should be based on how much damage has been done previously and stuff like that. And they never really fixed it or anything. And it's a
I
shame.
thought that game was gonna hit. I was like, damn, they got fucking mini games. This is gonna be the fucking drunk night fucking game of the fucking year type shit, dude.
And like the creator wrestler was so bad too. Like you couldn't make anyone. And like it was just a very big missed opportunity.
Do they got a community creations type?
No, it was like old school, like N64,
Wow.
PS2, make your characters. But like those are leagues more advanced than the creator wrestler was in that. Like you couldn't, if you thought of a wrestler, there was a 99% chance you could not make him in the game or make her in the game to make it look anything like their real life counterpart. And it's like, bro, No Mercy is leagues beyond what the creator wrestler was in that game. So.
What do you like out of you like No Mercy or you like NWO Revenge?
Revenge is my favorite. Definitely my favorite, but I love No Mercy.
Or 2000? You want with those two?
I really didn't play 2000 much when I was a kid, but I've grown an appreciation for it as an adult. I was a big NWO and Sting kid, so like for me it was World Tour and then Revenge. It was like this is peak.
Damn, you didn't like Diggity.
Oh no, I definitely did, but
Fire.
it was something that I didn't start to appreciate more until I was older. And then like I got into like I remember back in like 2004, 2005, like I found out about like the texture mods and stuff, and I would start downloading those and figuring out how to work those and all that sort of stuff. And it's always just been those games, those Aki Engine games. Like I've been playing them for literally almost 30 years now. It's crazy to think about.
I buy every wrestler, like Fire Pro Wrestling. I bought that shit. I was like so excited for that. I try to buy them all, but I just feel like even WWE wrestling. I don't know how the last one is. I heard it's decent.
They're decent. They're decent, but the part of the problem is just the over complexity of things. Like the N64 games, well, the good ones were easy to pick up and play.
Yes.
But you could there was also levels to it, like of mastery,
Yes.
and I feel like kind of that is a bit lost in some of the newer games because there's just so many. And granted, there are more things you can do, but like people are doing ROM hacks of the N64 games that are absolutely incredible. There's one coming out that will actually work on an EverDrive and on a standard N64 that has tables in it, like actual tables that you pull a table out of the crowd,
Fire.
you set it up in the ring, and then you could throw someone through it. The guy is working on making it so that you can lay people on top of them. It's a new ECW ROM hack. That's just absolutely crazy.
I watched one of your streams and you were playing some emulation, I think N64 shit. I don't know. Well, you got to put me on to whatever the fuck you were using that day, but that shit was fire.
Well, there's a lot that work on like an EverDrive that you can play on an actual N64. Like there's actually one that I did not cover in the book that I completely wish that I did, because it's probably one of my favorites. It's called Virtual Pro Wrestling Salvo. And essentially what it is it's WCW NWO Revenge with like a couple new characters like Ric Flair. They put Ric Flair in it.
That's dope.
They changed all of the fake guys to their real life counterparts. So you have like Japanese wrestlers like Kenta Kobashi, Onita, Tenryu, Vader's in there. And they took WWF guys from WrestleMania 2000 and put them in there. So you have Stone Cold,
awesome.
You have Stone Cold, The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Taker, Kane, and they have all their movesets. And it works on an actual N64. I play it all the fucking time. It's so good.
Wow. Yeah, dude. I think of Here Comes the Pain. Everybody love. Which if my two favorites is No Mercy and Here Comes the Pain. I'm just picking two different generations here, but.
No. Oh, Here Comes the Pain is fucking legendary.
Here Comes the Pain. It was fire. I also got to give a shout out to WrestleMania 2000. That's kind of like the precursor to No Mercy. I thought it was fantastic. You know, while we're on this topic, RGT, I have a couple questions.
Yeah.
So 2 questions. That is, one, I know that maybe it's not where it once was when it first started, but what's your take on AEW? And then also, what's your take on the current direction of the WWE? I know that John Cena is like back and he's heel and all that stuff happened at WrestleMania, and now they're continuing. He still holds the belt. Like, what's your takes on all these things?
So with AEW, my interest has definitely weaned in the company. That's not to say that I think it's bad or anything, but I feel like it's a little disjointed at times, and you know they try to. I don't know. Like, I think there are better stories that they could be telling, and there's things that they could be doing differently. It's almost like they grew too big too fast, and you kind of saw that with like audiences where they were doing only big stadiums, and now they're moving to more like 3,000 capacity arenas and stuff like that. So, I mean, there's going to be growing pains. They've actually lasted longer on TNT than Nitro did, which is fucking crazy to think about.
That is crazy.
Yeah. But you know, there's definitely good parts about it, and then there's parts where I kind of just scratch my head. I used to watch it every week. I used to watch all the pay-per-views. Now it's like I'll catch it if it's on, and as far as pay-per-views go, like maybe I'll check one out. If it's got like a really good card or some of the matches seem really interesting. And then WWE, I don't think it's bad. There's definitely aspects of it I like. Like, I really like Jacob Fatu. Like, I used to watch him like on the indies and stuff, and I was like, this dude's fucking nuts. They need to get over the fact that he has a fucking charge from when he was younger and, let him wrestle. The Cena thing, I think, could have been so much better.
Dude, thank you.
Like, the fact that he came out the next night, and I get it, he was yelling at the crowd and stuff, but like, you're still wearing the same fucking clothes. You're still wearing the jorts. You're still wearing the hat and the shirt. It's
that
like,
doesn't make sense.
I'm not giving you a new intro, motherfucker. Go back, just use your old.
Go back
shit
to
then.
the Dr. Thugonomics shit, bro.
Like come out looking, different. Like, that's what made, because people compare it to Hogan joining the NWO. Hogan joining the NWO was so crazy because he was the yellow and red. I love everyone. And then he's like, oh, fuck it. I'm wearing all black now. And we're going to jump people in the back. Like it felt different. And it really didn't feel super different with Cena. Just his attitude kind of changed, but the visual aspects didn't. And then you have the whole thing with The Rock and Travis Scott. And I'm like, why would Cody Rhodes be like deadly afraid of Travis Scott? Like, no disrespect to Travis Scott.
No, but facts.
Like, no, we can disrespect him.
You're not like a big imposing kind of figure. Like, at least if it was someone like, I don't know, just off the wall, if you want to use a celebrity like Shaq or something like that, at least Shaq kind of makes sense because he's 7 feet tall and he's 300 pounds. He looks imposing. But with Travis Scott, he just looks kind of small. And I don't really like all of the like the weird sponsorship things. This match is brought to you by like it used to be like the show was brought to you by Snickers. Now you have all this shit on the mat and it looks like terrible. A fucking billboard, and it's like,
yeah, this is all TKO's fault, bro. They're copying the UFC style. I hate it.
And it's not, and I don't think it's going to get, really any. It's not going to like change and get any better.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah, and I mean, Vince McMahon, for as shitty, no pun intended, as he seems as a person, at least when things were good, they were really good. When things were bad, they were really bad. But it just kind of feels like you're just kind of in the middle with a lot of the product nowadays, as a whole.
Cena wanted to sell fucking merch, RGC. That's why she kept the same shit.
It's not Cena, it's the WWE.
Right, but I mean...
he should be allowed to... Dude, I'm John Cena. If I want to fucking wear whatever the fuck I want to wear, let me wear it. Like, come on, dude.
But, like, what was hotter in 96? Buying a red and yellow Hogan shirt or buying that NWO shirt? You had to have that NWO shirt. Like, fucking... I remember in middle school, it was like different fact, like when the red and black came along, people like to say, oh, the Wolfpack NWO sucked and blah blah blah. Bro. No, motherfucker, in my middle school in 8th grade, there was literally black and white NWO and red and black NWO,
and we jump people in the hallways and shit, bro.
Oh my god. Okay.
Literally push. I remember pushing this kid Jamie down the stairs and like he twisted his ankle and I got in big trouble. And then I did a swerve where in the middle of English class, because my best friend was in the class with me, he was NWO black and white, and I was NWO.
Bro, it sounds like my fucking shit, bro. That's crazy.
And in the middle of English class, no. He was NWO red and black. I was NWO red and white. And I got up in the middle of English class and I had on an NWO black and white shirt and I just screamed, fuck this shit. And I ripped my shirt off and underneath it, oh shit, I just knocked something over. Underneath it was an NWO red and black shirt. And we did like the Wolfpack thing. And then the teacher was like, go to the principal's office now. Like,
the Wolfpack got some of the hardest fucking music too, bro. That theme song.
Dude, come on. Murda. Like, how the fuck, how does C Murda end up on a fucking NWO Wolfpack song, dude? I listen to that shit in my car.
Bro, that shit is that shit's such a bop. It's such a go-to track, bro. That shit's fire, bro. Jack's favorite wrestler's Sting, isn't it, Jack?
Yes.
Did you like when he joined the Wolfpack?
Yes.
I did too. I thought it was fucking awesome. And people are like, oh, the red and black doesn't look good. It's like, fuck you. That looks awesome.
What are you talking about? Red and black is a classic color combo.
Yeah, that was lit back there. Definitely.
Yeah.
I just felt like bro, they had to like, everybody was fucking DDP joined, like everybody was joining. It's like it took away from the mystique of at the NWO. It's like,
bro. It ended up getting too big.
Yeah. Everybody in the fucking WCW was NWO by the end. It was dumb. It got real stupid.
Bro, I don't know how they fucked that shit up, bro. If you like, I don't know. No wonder why none of these dudes want to like, dude. The Invasion is the biggest letdown. Talk about fucking not living up to it. I mean, the Invasion was literally like, bro, no offense, Booker T's top tier, like, worker, like, he's fucking awesome. But, like, you got all these guys sitting at home because their contract's paying them to sit at home. Why would they come and lose money? You know what I mean? So it's like, it sucked, bro. It really sucked.
You didn't have the heavy hitters.
Is the Invasion considered like a letdown? I love the Invasion
story. No, I loved it. It was still entertaining. But, bro, you got fucking Hulk. You got Nash. You got fucking Hall. You got all these guys sitting at home. Goldberg didn't want to come. These guys were getting paid because their contract said if you sit out, if you they're still under contract. So if they came, it would breach their contract and they wouldn't be paid. So bro, why would you go to work when you can get paid, make more money to sit at home? Even Goldberg, I thought that was awesome with The Rock. I like that. I go back and watch that segment a lot. You know what I mean? Just
I think
Goldberg
at one
sparing
point,
him.
Stone Cold joined the Invasion team, and that was like, wow. Like,
yeah, he was like representing ECW because he was in ECW and WCW for a bit.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Bro,
Steve.
Austin cannot be healed, bro. Like they turned what was supposed to be an annoyance and like it became like his, like it didn't work out, bro. He would go up to what was his, maybe it was Stevie Richards. Who was he? He'd go up to him and just Taz, like when he was fucking with Taz on the mic, like Taz, what are you trying to? Like that shit was too fucking heat, bro. Kurt Angle, underrated wrestler. I just want to say.
One of the best.
One of the funniest. Not a wrestler.
You think Kurt Angle underrated?
No, not as a wrestler.
Most people respect Kurt Angle.
Yeah, people fuck with Kurt.
No, he's a great worker. I'm just saying, like, he was so entertaining. He was funny, bro. That's what I mean. I feel like that's underrated.
Funny.
It was very funny.
Yeah, like he was.
When he was singing "Sexy Boy" for his Shawn Michaels feud.
He cursed out Sandman today.
I saw that. You know what's funny?
Today?
They're doing they're doing an autograph signing in like a week at the same place, and they're both on the fucking listing for it.
They might throw hands. Shit, that's fire.
Yeah, Angle told him to quit being a pussy.
Bret Hart, bro, that whole storyline with Goldberg, bro. Bret Hart has the fucking shield in his chest, and he pulls
that
it
was
out.
So good,
bro. That was so smart. Who would think this shit? Like that was genius, bro. I'm like, damn, that's so That whole Bret Hart thing sucks, bro. That's gonna blow, bro. He must hate Goldberg forever, even if they.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
Damn, he fucking killed him, bro. But shit, man, I think wrestling, dude. I'm at the point with the whole when The Rock's around. I'm sorry, I'm a stand. Like I'm like, all right, I'll watch, bro. The whole Mama Rose thing. I'm like, damn, bro. I couldn't, dude. I was like glued to it. I was like, I can't wait to see. They got to do more of this shit, and they just stopped. Like, all right, WrestleMania season, they're gonna inject the whole final boss type shit, like, and they kind of stopped. I'm like, what are they doing? Like,
he wasn't even around for WrestleMania. It's kind of like, oh, okay.
That was so weird to me. It's like, dude, Rock, you got like maybe 5 more years, maybe, to fucking, you know what I mean? Who knows? You see what happened with Triple H? He's wrestling, all of a sudden he's got a fucking, you know what I mean, a fucking fake heart now. It's like, you got to take advantage of those years where you can still move around, bro. Man, I'm telling you, man, wrestling was my fucking. I used to tell people, like, bro, to this day, my kids come out the shower and I'm just like this waiting. You can just see my shadow, and I just, you know what I mean, like, bro, that shit is, yeah, bro, that shit is fire, bro. Wrestling, bro, I don't know how you didn't watch wrestling growing up, like, like who didn't watch wrestling growing up, bro? Like,
it was everywhere. It went super mainstream, and like. It was literally, all over the damn place. Shout out, someone who's very underrated in commercializing and popularizing wrestling is Arsenio Hall. Shout outs to Arsenio Hall. Arsenio used to have wrestlers come on the show like in full gimmick all the time and do interviews with them. You need to watch the one where it's him. You remember Akeem the African Dream? Who was really a white guy and he had Slick as his manager. You need to watch Arsenio talking to him. It's the funniest fucking shit ever. It's Arsenio's like, so you're from the deepest, darkest part of Africa. And he's like, yep. And he's like, are you sure about that? Like it's fucking hilarious. Arsenio did. He had like Macho Man. He had fucking Hulk on there. He had everyone on there. And it was always super entertaining.
Let's just close it off with that. Let me get your everybody's top 2 tag teams, and I got one other question.
Top 2 tag teams.
I got my answer already.
We're all gonna say the same shit. I feel. I hope everybody has different answers.
I hope so too. That's why I'm gonna go first. All right. Damn. My top 2 tag teams. Number 1. You know what? Let's start with number 2. Edge and Christian. Number 1, Hardy Boys.
Yeah, I'm not mad at none of those choices, but I'm hoping. There's
I know what you think people gonna say, Blaze.
Who?
You think people gonna say Dudley Boys and Hardy Boys?
Yeah,
of course. The Dudleys are The Dudleys are like third for me, but he asked for 2, so.
I got the Dudleys on there. I ain't really too much fuck with the Hardy Boys, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like them separately, bro. Like,
I've had interactions with the Hardy Boys.
Wow.
They lived 20 minutes away from where I lived in North Carolina, and they used to do a web series on like their website, like back in the early 2000s. And one of my friends was like a reoccurring character on there. So he brought me out to one of their house parties and stuff, and it was very wild. I remember they used to come to the Rite Aid that I worked at, and I worked in the pharmacy. And one night I hear all this commotion in the front of the store, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I left my post and I went up to the front of the store, and it was Matt Hardy and his wife. And the cashier was asking Matt Hardy's wife to leave her backpack at the front door because she just like walked in with a backpack. And this woman was going ballistic. Like, do you know who the fuck I am type shit? And I'm like,
Wow.
hey.
You talking about Rebby?
Yes. Like this is when, Matt was getting those DUIs and shit. This was probably 2006, 2007. And I was like, hey, she's just doing her job. I understand who you two are. Matt, I've actually hung out with you before. Like, y'all are good, but don't take it out on this fucking high school girl who's just doing her job. So it was a weird thing.
Give me the top 2, Jack. I see you pondering. You seem like you're having.
I'm thinking, bro. I fuck with too many, bro. I forgot which ones I was even finna say, bro. Fuck. I'm gonna go the Outsiders.
Oh, you fucker.
And I'm gonna go. Fuck, bro. You know what? Just for the I'm gonna say New Age Outlaws. Fuck it.
Fire. Forgot about that. Hey, man.
That's not a bad choice. Oh, no,
Yeah.
I love them. I love them for sure.
Yeah.
That's a hard question, bro. It's too many tag teams.
It is. That's a hard question.
And there's a bunch of tag teams that didn't really,
You got like the makeshift joints, like the Rocket Sock Connection.
Yeah.
Bro, the Brothers of Destruction.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? It's too many, bro. It's too many, bro.
We're not going by accolades because we were, it'd be just 2, you'd say 2 people probably, but who you got, RGT?
Well, my number 1 would be the Outsiders, but my number 2 is going to be a bit of an older cut. And I think I'm actually going to meet them in September because they are going to a convention that I'm going to go to. And I know the people that are bringing them in, so I plan on bringing a bunch of stuff to have them sign it. Demolition. I fucking loved Demolition as a kid. I thought they were the coolest fucking thing in the world, and I still think they're fucking awesome. Just no fancy shit. Just beat the shit out of you. Their finisher was cool. Their theme song was fucking awesome. Demolition.
Okay.
I was gonna use the Brood, but that's a group, right? I mean, that's basically Edge and Christian.
I mean, you could do Edge and Christian.
Hey, Blaze, what you think about Harlem Heat? You fuck with Harlem Heat back
Fire, bro. Fire.
Harlem Heat was heat, bro.
That theme song?
Fucking awesome.
I liked Harlem Heat. Yeah.
Bro, I'm sorry. I don't know what Gangrel's doing, but that dude was fucking like. I used to love watching his entrance, bro. I was at the DC, the Centrum in Worcester, and he came out. And I'm like, finally, does he really spit this shit out? I'm talking to my cousin. Is he gonna spit this shit out? And then that shit was so fire.
Isn't Gangrel like paralyzed now?
No, he's doing convention. He does like small conventions. My buddy met him at one like a couple months ago and like got a picture and like a signed figure for like $25. I was like, fuck.
Oh, nice.
I thought he's a porno director. No,
What?
Bro, this dude I used to watch on YouTube. He was wrestling with him, bro. He was an amateur MB wrestler. What was his name? It was like MB Wrestler 87 or some shit like that. Yeah, he was wrestling with Gangrel and Tag Team at one point. I don't know if they still doing it though.
Triple H and Stone Cold. That was a short thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was.
I mean, there's so many. You got the Rockers,
there's
Mega
so many.
Powers. You got teams that were just weird, but like you liked them for no reason and shit.
X-Pac and Kane. That was fire to me too.
That was. A more
Heart
recent
Foundation.
one. A more recent one that I really dug was The Bar. You remember it was Sheamus and what I forget his name, Cesaro. Sheamus. That was nice. I like them together.
Yeah,
Steiners, the fucking Steiners were
The Steiners. I was gonna mention
super
that,
ahead of
for
their time.
sure.
Head shrinkers, like there's so many ways you could go.
I want y'all to name the biggest flop in WWE. Maybe a repackaged wrestler. Maybe a guy that had a lot of hype but flopped.
Lord Tensai.
Bro, you fucking bitch! What?
Oh, Prince Albert.
There's no way you were gonna say
Prince
that,
Albert.
bro.
You know who I was gonna say? What was my man's? He was on TNA. He was in the tag team, and then when they brought him to ECW,
Chris Harris.
yeah, bro.
Chris
Knock,
Harris, I gotta
knock.
look that up.
It's Braden Walker, and I'm here to knock your lights out. And he was like 50 pounds heavier. Like,
He
what
never
the
even wrestled.
fuck?
Did I don't even think he got the wrestle. Like he was on that.
He
one
was on
episode.
like two. He was on 2 episodes of ECW, I believe.
Yeah,
Wow.
bro. I was like, cause I fucked with him in TNA, and then when he
He
went
was
to WWE,
awesome in
bro.
TNA, and then he
That's
got
what
off the
I'm saying.
juice and
I'm
onto
like,
like
bro, this
the
dude
beer or
bad.
something. I don't know what the fuck happened to him.
Nah, we can't use Taz. I mean, I guess Taz didn't live up to the big
This
hype.
wasn't a flop.
Taz, but
What?
he had that Madison Square Garden match
Or
against
Angle.
Angle,
Yeah.
for his debut, and that was fucking.
He was like a demon in ECW. Then they kind of like
Yeah, he was nerfed.
When
His
yeah,
neck
when he
was-
went to WWE, he won this. Yeah,
and his neck was fucked up too.
Yeah.
Cactus
kid's a hell
Jack
of a
don't
wrestler.
count.
No, Cactus Jack. he-
Cactus. Who said Cactus Jack?
Yeah, you're tripping, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
y'all
Mick Foley's a fucking one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
are you
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about?
yeah.
Bro, Cactus Jack is my favorite out of his 3
His personas?
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, I think you might be right on that. I agree with that. Yeah.
Bang bang, baby.
Bang bang! I love that. I love that shit.
Mankind, bro. Come on.
Yeah, nah.
Mankind.
Mankind won the WWF title in Worcester, Massachusetts. I was there. Fire.
Oh, you was actually there.
Unfortunate.
Wow,
Yep.
it's fire.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that, to be honest. You know what? Actually, there was a guy in like the middle 2000s who they were hyping up like crazy with little promos and shit, and like the promos would go Heidenreich, Heidenreich.
Yeah.
and
Heidenreich, yeah.
Yeah, and then he pulled up and he was ass, and I think he got fired like 6 months later. Like that was a fucking flop. That was the only thing I could think of, really.
Zack Ryder's a good one, but I feel like bro, Dolph Ziggler.
Bro, no, WWE did that, bro.
Yeah.
WWE did.
Bro, how is Dolph Ziggler not the next fucking Shawn Michaels, bro?
They didn't want him. They didn't want
Dolph
him doing
Ziggler
it
was
on
cool,
YouTube
bro.
page.
Bro, how is he not the next Mr. Ass Shawn Michaels, whatever hybrid? Like, how is he not a thing? I
Yeah.
don't get it.
He kept getting injured. That was the thing.
He had a concussion after he won the belt, and he like dropped it like right after.
Yeah, they lost faith in him because he was constantly getting injured.
Mr. Kennedy is a good one too.
Oh, I used to.
Ooh.
Then he was Mr. Anderson. Yeah,
He was Mr. Anderson in other places.
that
yeah.
shit was that shit was straight. Mr. Anderson shit was straight.
He was great on the mic.
I think Zack Ryder thought, hey, my YouTube, bro, I remember his YouTube was like popping for a little bit. Like I
used to watch it.
Me too.
Long Island True Hollywood Stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, that was like
pretty-
the Long Island bro, right?
Yeah.
He's doing good now, though. I talk to him from time to time. He's like big on the indies and stuff like that, and married Chelsea Green. So
Don't he collect toys and shit, right? Like action figures.
Yep.
And stuff?
Yeah.
I'm in the Facebook group with him because I buy a lot of toys.
Pause.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna say Lord Tensai. I can't believe you. So I was like, "There's no way no one thinks of it." That's why I even asked this question. I'm like, "Bro, I'm gonna say Lord Tensai. I'm gonna get a. Oh, that was a good one, Blaze." And he fucking said it. I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
I remember like it was yesterday. They had all these mysterious vignettes, and then it's like, huh. All
Bro,
right.
especially when the crowd starts screaming, fucking, what were they screaming? Albert or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, come on, bro, you're fucked, bro.
You remember him when it was him and Test with Trish Stratus and they were called TNA?
Yeah.
Fire.
Yes.
I used
I
to
love
fuck
that
with
era.
Test, bro. I used to fuck with Test.
Test was cool, man. Rest in peace.
Yep.
I tried to fight Test at a show once. Me and my buddy went to an ECW house show when they first brought the brand back. So it was like 90% ECW guys, like Tommy Dreamer, Sandman, Sabu, RVD. There was a sprinkling of new guys like CM Punk when he had just first signed. And then there was a couple WWE guys like Test. And I was dressed up as Sabu. We were front row. And he was walking around. He was doing it was him and Mike Knox versus Sandman and Tommy Dreamer in an Extreme Rules match. And he came up and he stopped at me and he just started looking me up and down. And I was like, "I'll kill you! I'll fucking kill you! Don't you fucking look at me!" And I just started pointing at this guy like Sabu. I was like, "I'll fucking kill you! I'll fucking kill you!" And like he just kept getting closer and closer. I'm like, "This is a big pimply
Bro,
motherfucker!
Test-
Jesus Christ!"
Yeah, you're a big boy, bro. I could have sworn I'm like, yeah, he's fucking Stephanie, bro. I feel like Stephanie had eyes for him.
That was a story. She was
No, I
already
know,
with
but I felt
Triple H at the
I
time.
felt like she really did, bro. I'm like, I don't know.
Maybe. You know, there's a rumor that what's his name? Randy Savage banged Stephanie.
Oh yeah, that's that. I don't think that's a rumor. I think that shit really happened.
No, I think so too. I
I don't know.
That's
Daddy's,
why.
Daddy's little
That's why
princess.
they ain't want to put him in the Hall of Fame for the
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a rumor for a long time.
Yeah. I think it's true, to be honest.
Well, dude, she said yes. It's not like, what are they mad at him for?
No, she was.
She was
Nah.
very young.
Yeah, I think it was
Oh,
the age.
yeah.
Oh,
age.
okay. Okay, all right. No, I didn't know
Stephanie,
that.
I mean, Stephanie, the whole China situation and Triple H and stuff, they did China dirty as fuck.
They did China.
Yeah,
Rest
they
in
did- they
peace.
did
Rest
China-
in peace.
Yeah, they did do her dirt. I gotta say, like, maybe people disagree. I thought Stephanie was always very hot. I thought Stephanie was hot.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, she been fine.
Yeah.
Who is the hottest to you? If you could have one right now, at their
Trish Stratus.
At
At
their
their
peak?
peak, Trish Stratus.
At their
Jesus
peak,
Christ.
fuck, this is a hard question.
I know. I'll tell you this though. While you think of that, Meds, there's a segment where Triple H, Stephanie walks in the locker room. Triple H is like,
And she
you know
bends
what I'm-
over.
Bro, that version of Trish Stratus,
Bro.
I'm like, oh my god, bro.
Dude, she was on another level.
Yeah, she was different, bro. She was different,
all right.
bro.
Nobody's gonna agree with me, but I think the baddest WWE chick is Alexa Bliss. I think she's fucking super sexy.
No, she's good looking.
I
Hey,
think she's super sexy.
hey, Glamazon? Y'all ain't ready for that conversation.
Bro,
Y'all
bro.
ready for that conversation.
People sleep on her because she's like muscular, bro. I think she was hot. I think she was very hot. What's her name? Beth Phoenix, right? That's Edge's wife,
Yeah,
right?
that's his wife. Yeah.
Yeah. Beth Phoenix is a really good looking lady.
She was
100%.
fire, bro. She was fire, bro.
Yeah,
Jack
I
move,
agree
yeah.
with that.
Jack movie. You ever watch China's videos?
Hey, listen. She wasn't only talented in the ring. I'll say that about you.
Yo, I watched her videos with X-Pac, and I mean,
No, you gotta watch
Listen.
the better ones.
oh, the gangbang one. Listen,
She did some
I watched
lesbian stuff. She did some lesbian stuff,
I
too.
watched them
Yeah.
all. I watched
Yeah,
them
I
all. Okay, I'm
Are
a
they still
degenerate.
floating around out there or what?
You
Oh,
ever
yeah.
seen the one where she was she?
Yeah, they're out there. You can find
The
them.
She-Hulk one, and then the one where it was the wrestler parody with the fake knee gene and stuff.
Jack, you a dirty boy, man. What the fuck?
I was a China fan, bro. They put her in
Bro,
Playboy.
facts, bro. She was in Playboy.
She was.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, niggas was hey China. She was alright.
Oh.
Niggas was talking about she looked like a man and all that. She was alright, bro.
Candice Michelle did like softcore stuff before she was in WWE. I used to be all about that shit. Dude, I remember being like 13, going on all these fucking websites, getting my parents' computer a virus, trying to find like fucking Sunny and Sable and Marlena pictures.
Sable, bro.
Like,
You been with Sable with like the paint or whatever the fuck she had on?
yeah, the fucking handprints.
bro.
Did you see the new
Crazy.
picture of her where she looks Latina?
No,
Brock
I ain't seen
Lesnar.
that.
Brock Lesnar has really long hair. It's a picture of Brock Lesnar, his daughter, and Sable, and she looks very Latina. And I'm just like, this is
Bro, they got this
interesting
stupid joke going
development.
around RGT about would you fuck Brock Lesnar's daughter? It's like, bro, that
Bro,
She look exactly
bro,
like that
She'll
dude.
break your shit
Bro.
up like a fucking bamboo stalk. Like,
hear me out.
nah.
No,
I would tear that
no
shit up.
way.
I would tear that shit up.
And she look just like him, bro.
Hey yo, Brock Lesnar's daughter, hit me up. I
Nah,
got you.
man. That's
I got
too
you.
much, bro. That's no. Bro.
Nah, in the face, she's not great, but I think she's got a decent body.
Man,
bro.
she's gonna give you a fucking F5 and tell you to get the fuck out of here.
I would beat the fuck out of her. Listen,
Nah,
bro.
she like she whoop your ass, man.
yeah,
Like,
man.
Brock,
she whoop
nah,
your
nah,
ass.
she can't. Yo, Brock Lesnar's daughter, hit me up. I got you.
What she
you.
doing,
All
that
these other
shotgun
guys,
shit or whatever?
they're afraid of you. I ain't afraid. Let's get it.
Yeah, I can't do that one, bro. I'll beat off though.
What the fuck?
What's the best finisher? I'll start with mine. Either the diamond cutter or the RKO. Just
Stunner, bro. Not the
just-
I
stunner?
like those. That's
just
like the
because
same move.
No, I know, but that's why I said it. But just because it's so like that shit can hit anywhere. Like you can have any piece like you can hit that anywhere, bro. The stunner obviously like it's
That's iconic, bro. That's iconic, bro.
I
That-
think the pedigree is my favorite.
it is fire, the pedigree.
The pedigree's fire, dude.
sweet chin music.
Okay.
That's just a super kick.
Yeah, but he made it his.
Yeah, with the little theatrics beforehand. Yeah.
Like that was just, they used to call it a savate kick back in the day. If you watch like early '90s WWF, and then all of a sudden he started doing it as a super kick, and it was just like, oh shit,
Frog splash of fire mode.
Bro.
That's a lot. It's too many, bro. It's too
Bro,
many.
I love doing that. I do that to my son. I do that to my son off the trampoline, and I do the Batista bomb to my bro. The Batista bomb is just so fucking. It's a sit down power bomb, right? RGT is nothing, really. But just how he lands it.
I ain't never fuck with Batista like that.
Bro, why do y'all hate Batista, bro? He's not that bad,
the jackknife power bomb. Ooh,
Yes.
fire.
Bro, I gotta give a shout out to this move real quick. It's not my favorite, but it's up there. Bro, the shooting star press.
Fuck that.
Okay.
I couldn't do that 100 tries. I'd break my neck.
When Billy Kidman would hit that shit, Jesus, bro.
Yeah, that was fire. Definitely fire.
Batista was fire, bro. He had no personality, bro. That was his personality. No personality.
Yeah, what the fuck Sting used to call this move? I forgot. The leg lock joint. I forgot. That was just like a sharpshooter though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't it just a sharpshooter?
Yeah, but he had a name for it. I felt like
Scorpion Deathlock.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was. What about events? It was a good event. I think it slept on as One Night Stand. It was when they brought back ECW.
Oh, dude, that's fucking legendary.
That was
They
like
got me back into wrestling.
Yeah, bro. That was so like what a surprise, what a treat that was. That was fucking awesome, bro. That shit was fire.
I used to like War Games, World War III.
I just watched War Games '96 today.
Halloween Havoc, fire.
When they had the fake, what was it? The fake Sting?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Favorite event ever? WrestleMania 20. I know it gets censored now because of Chris Benoit, but I thought it was just a beautiful story. Having what was his name? Eddie Guerrero beat Brock, and then he beat, I believe, Kurt Angle. And then Chris Benoit beat Brock. It was you could swap those. I forgot who it was, but it was Brock and Kurt Angle. They both lost to Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, and then at the end they're holding their belts and they hug each other like they fucking made it. Bro, that shit warmed my heart, bro. It was beautiful.
Bro, I don't understand, like, bro, everything about old buddy was fine. Like, bro, his moveset, doing the flying headbutt, like,
oh, Chris Benoit.
Yeah, it's just a fucked up story, bro.
Oh yeah. Let's not end on a dark note, man. That was a beautiful event, and also I believe that John Cena beat Big Show on that event for the U.S. title. And it was awesome. Like he came in, he did his little rap thing that he did. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna turn the Big Show into a 30-second commercial." I thought that was fire. Like it was great.
RGT, I'm a big Undertaker fan. Now look, I actually believe that Brock Lesnar going over on Taker was the only and realistic thing they could have done. And I know there's people are saying, "Oh, they could have given it to Punk," but then look what happened. Like I'm just saying, like
I wouldn't have given it to Punk. I don't think you give it to Punk. I don't know that there's a right or wrong answer.
Why give it to an already established wrestler? Though?
I hear you, Jack.
That's the one thing.
You trying to push, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're saying you're gonna give it to a guy that might leave the company. You know what I mean? With all that, it's risky. It's a risky thing to let that happen, and then he can walk away and go fuck off to another company, or just, you know what I mean?
That was just a dumb move at all, to be honest, bro. They should have never did that, bro.
Yeah, because then he kept winning. That's what drove me nuts. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're gonna lose, like, don't come back or do something. Like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
It kind of ruined the sizzle of it.
The mystique, yeah. Nah, bro, wrestling honestly has been awesome. It's just I haven't been really into it as much lately. You know what I mean? I tried, bro. I used to hate on Roman Reigns. I used to go in the Discord, they're watching Roman. Like, bro, Roman fucking sucks. And I'm like, dude, what are you guys watching? Bro, he's gotten better, bro. The bloodline, you don't even know he's gotten better. I'm like, you know what? Then I started watching it with them a little, and I was like, all right, bro, you know what? Roman has actually gotten better. You know what I mean? Like, yes. So. But shit, man, nah. Bro, that's my childhood right there, bro. I can't even tell you I was addicted to fucking wrestling, bro. All I wanted to do was fucking wrestle. Sleepovers, wrestle, outside, wrestle. I was just all over that shit, bro.
We had a trampoline wrestling federation. It's called the MSF, the Michael Sean Federation, because my best friend who had a trampoline, his name was Michael, and my name was Sean, and we used to take his dad's home video camcorder and like record all our stuff. I wish I could still find those tapes, but they're probably long gone. But we did some fucking crazy shit, jumping off roofs. I remember we did a ladder match where up in a tree was a bat, and I was climbing the ladder, and the ladder just like slipped out from underneath me, and I fell and like smacked the back of my head and shit. It was out for a little bit. We took we were walking around his neighborhood, and they were building a house, and they had all this wire set around like the work site, and we took it all and we tied it to the trampoline to make like a fake steel cage and stuff. That was super fucking cool too.
Yeah, bro. Backyard wrestling was a real thing, bro.
Yeah.
I used to have strobe lights. I have many of those tapes, but I just don't know exactly where they are either. But I everybody was recording themselves.
Yeah.
Shit was fire. Let's get these super chats. Let's get the guys out of here, man. Just let me,
All right, bet. Yeah, line them up. I got you.
Damn, that's good with RGT. You're gonna talk about wrestling, bro. No, I've never done a show and we haven't spoken about wrestling with RGT. Never. It's never happened.
Bro, it's so funny because RGT shows up and suddenly half the show is wrestling related.
Facts. No, it's
We
dope,
never
though.
talk about wrestling here.
I know. It's awesome.
Pickle Rick. This is directed to you, RGT. He says, I got the misprint that has the unique autograph. There you go.
Very
What does
nice.
he mean
Thank
by
you,
that?
Rick. So there is a misprint in all of the unique autograph books where on WCW NWO Revenge, for some reason, the bottom of a paragraph is superimposed on the top of a paragraph.
Do you know where? What page or where would it be?
If you go to the Revenge review and you look at the last thing, there's like the last sentence of the review is superimposed on the first paragraph on that page, and I didn't realize it until like way after the fact, and I had already ordered all the books, and I was like, oh my fucking god.
That's a collector's item, baby.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I said, look, this is the collector's item now because I'm gonna have it fixed and it'll all be fine.
Yeah, I don't got that.
Limited
Fuck. That's
limited edition. Yeah,
No,
you missed
should.
out.
Look, that's the page right there. The page
This
that
one?
you're on. Yeah. Look at that's Revenge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the bottom. Look at the top paragraph on that page.
The top paragraph.
Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah.
I do got it. Yeah. Right
Wait,
now.
you got the misprint?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
see it. It's in white. Right here.
Nice.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
there
know-
you go. You got
I
a
don't
limited
know-
edition copy.
Dude,
Fire.
I was so fucking stressed. I remember I was laying in bed and I was just looking through it and I saw that and it was like 2 a.m. and I called the designer and I was like, we fucked up. I don't know what to do. I already ordered 200 plus of these fucking things. And then she ended up fixing it and I was like, I guess it's fine. I'll just, it's the limited edition joint.
Yeah, there you go, Blaze. You got a collector's item.
Fire.
We got Ace McClain. Dude, I can't wait for Division DLC and playing the first one all over again.
You know what? I can't wait for that either, bro. I'm a big Division guy. I can't.
Oh,
wait
that's
for
what
that.
that's what
Yeah.
they compare fair games to, by the way. Division.
Oh, Division?
They,
I like
they
Division.
They better
They
not
compared it to the
disrespect
Division and another game, and I don't remember the other game.
bro. They better not disrespect Division comparing that bullshit, bro. Division's a good game, bro.
They said it's a clunky version of it.
Thank you for the 10, Ace. Ace again. Dude, I can't... Oh, wait, never mind.
Sorry.
Yo. Yeah, hit me with the next one. John the Black. What's Jack's opinion on Sony canceling PlayStation Stars? Thank you for the 5, John.
That's new too. That's just brand new.
Bro.
Yeah, it just happened.
Well, this comes off the heels of them canceling their PlayStation credit card benefits as well. They brought it back, but it's not as good as it was. PlayStation Stars is also then bringing back a Sony Rewards membership that wasn't as good as the previous one. So what they do is they have a really good rewards program. They cancel it, end it, bring back another one that's gimped that ain't as good. They're supposedly bringing this back. I don't fucking know, bro. Yeah, this is just Sony flowchart at this point, bro. They get rid of shit that's not hurting nobody. It's actually helping people. You know, PlayStation Stars used to get no, not PlayStation Stars. The credit card program used to get fucking collectibles, movies, physical games, TVs. If you had enough points, now they like, no, bro, you can redeem a PlayStation card, my nigga. Like that's it. Like this shit is trash, bro.
I just redeemed like $40 of that too when I found out about it. I had like a lot of coins, so I just got like $40 in PSN money.
Yeah, I gotta look see how much I got on there.
Dude, no, it's actually a decent system, bro. You can buy games. If you buy games, you're like,
It used to be way better though, Blaze. That's the problem.
this one's directed towards you too. Oh, Ace McLean, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate the 22 months. By the way, thank you so much. And then I think Alex had left a member super chat saying that he's in bed with Red Pig in Chicago.
Okay.
That's for you, Jack.
Fire.
Med, you good, bro?
Yeah, what's up? Oh, I'm here. My
read,
bad.
read Curse Blue, whatever name.
We got my bad. Hey man, y'all was still talking, so I
No,
Curse
safe. Blue is a fire name though. If you know, you know.
By the way, I made up Curse Blue. If you heard this, you heard it from me. I made up Curse Blue. I made that shit up because that's the opposite of Blessed Red. If y'all didn't know, so Curse Blue says, Jack, can you explain yourself? How Sony is bleeding for money when they had record revenue and profit. Your take wouldn't let me sleep well. Thank you for the 5.
Well, if you think about it, a lot of people talk about this as if, you know, they have operating revenue as well. You got to think about it, bro. I don't know. They might have made more money than ever, but they also, I would say, probably, if I had to venture a guess, they probably lost more money than ever too. When it's rumored that you reaching $500 million on games like Concord and they out for 12 days, it's like, that's not a sustainable business model. They canceled 12 games. Factions 2 was in development on and off for 9 years. They had to pay them people they paid to develop the game. They're never getting a red cent off that game. So, like I said, they closed the studios. It's a reason DualSense controls is like $85 fucking dollars, but on Black Friday they $39.99. So you mean to tell me they willing to take a $40 price cut, or is it really worth that much to begin with? Bro, there's no reason PS Plus should be $120 a year. They're raising prices on everything. They definitely hurting for it. Either they hurting for some money or they just fucking us relentlessly and ain't nobody saying nothing. Either way, I don't like it. But yeah, they not doing well, bro. I don't think they're doing well.
Whack move. They charging you more because they can and they know you'll pay it. PlayStation is for the payers.
Oh, that's true, but I don't know, man. Yeah, they might be making record profit, but like I said, I think they losing record profits too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's the shit that pissed me off. You critique PlayStation, Blaze. PlayStation made more money than they ever have in the history of play. Okay, I guess I won't say.
How does that help you though? You've got no exclusive games in the last couple years. Like, what do you? That doesn't help you. Helps them.
My only thing about that, bro, you got to realize, bro. Yeah, they making the money, but they also gotta pay to be in business, bro. Like this shit ain't straight profit. Like just because you made $35 billion, you don't get to keep that whole $35 billion, bro. You got expenses, bro.
Revenue ain't profit. What else we got, Blaze?
No, we're caught up. We're actually
no way. Are we?
Yeah. Like, is that like a disrespect to the chat, or are you saying I forgot something?
No. I thought perhaps you missed something, but no, you're right. All right.
I feel like it was a great show. I love when the show, bro. RGT, bro. It's a damn shame that you're on Spawnwave because I love the conversations we have, bro. It just changes it up, bro. You know what I mean? Always gaming.
You poaching talent again, Blaze. I see you working. I see you.
No. I told him I'd get him out of here in 2 hours tops. And I think
man, I'm sorry.
That's cool.
He didn't say, I only can be there for 2 hours, but I told him that. You know what I mean? But no, RGT, thank you for coming, bro. For real, it's long overdue. I appreciate it. You already know. I'm a little confused now. So you have RGT, your channel.
Yeah.
Then you have RGT Stash.
Yeah, that's just where I just do like random stuff and we do live streams on there. And that's where the podcast that Brett, my editor, who I pay monthly and I hardly ever use him to edit anything. I just give him free money. So I was like, I need to get some money out of you. We're going to do a podcast now. And so it justifies it a little bit. But yeah, we do.
Blaze 4K editor. That's a good idea.
We just do some random shit on there. Sometimes.
Jack, you're literally Brett. Congratulations. Anyway,
get the fuck out of here.
Jack, listen, no, but what I'm saying, because I'm like, because you do the members only live after, and I went to RGT. I'm like, wait, because I clicked off. I'm like, fuck, where the fuck did it go? So I went to RGT. And I'm like, where the fuck? Like, wait, I'm like, it says join. I'm like, wait, I'm not a member. I thought I was a member. I was so fucking confused for like 2 seconds. I'm like, wait, it's a different channel.
Yeah, 2 different channels.
Why don't you, bro? So you just choose not to like mix it up? You don't want to like put live streams on your shit, or?
Yeah, I mean, it used to be, the long-standing rumor was that live streams weren't good for your channel because it would fuck you up in the algorithm. But then they ended up fixing that. But like by the time that had already kind of been brought to light. I was already kind of doing some stuff over there, and I was just like, let's just keep it that way.
What do you got? A little cute 30,000 on the other channel?
Yeah, something like that.
Shit. Backup channel with 30,000 subs. Fire.
Not bad.
Fire. Well, maybe one day, huh, Jack?
God, no, you chasing that? I ain't chasing that. That's all you.
That's not. Listen, Jack. I'm trying to build a team, man. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to make sure everybody eats. That's it.
I know for one thing, you ain't trying to make sure everybody sleeps, because nigga in the podcast, Blaze, what time is it, brother? God damn, shit! I gotta wake up tomorrow, bitch.
I called you at 4 a.m. You answered. What are you talking about? Sleep. Anyway,
no, that's true.
You up in all hours of the night, Jack. Thank you for coming short notice. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You already know, bro. I might not need meds anymore. I might just lean on you.
Oh shit! You was telling me that he come in the phone like, yeah, fuck meds. He ain't, he ain't paying him out. He ain't really what it. Yeah. So I can see that.
As long as I get my Steam Deck, it's all good.
Fire.
Meds, I'm just playing with you, bro. Meds, thank you for being here as always, bro. The co-host with the most, the real fucking lazy, not the bootleg. I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Chat, thank you for the hit the like button, smash it on the way out, share it out, leave after this shit ends, leave a emoji for the algorithm. Do anything, just leave any type of comment. I appreciate all the members. Thank you for all the donations. I don't take it for granted, and I'll holler at you next week. Peace. We out.
Peace.